From the songs on a mixtape, she clear, Betty. Hoping that I disappear, but I won't, cause I came to the bank and it pop. Still starring from the songs on a mixtape, not you right here, look this way. Focus so the picture clear, Betty. Hoping that I disappear, but I won't, cause I came to the bank and the pot is clear. Thank God there's shocker here. What you think? Don't care. Know that I'm there, yeah, ranked at the top of the list. My nigga, do you really wanna see me close? Fake ass rappers like CB4. No, you don't really wanna see Kido. Just a little nigga wanna see me coast. Right there, cause I kick ass. Come there fast, be there in a little bit. Let's got big, chase one quick. Now I'm gonna speak, so I'm back to a little bit. Fuck with me, you got your lead. This rare breed, best to the best, east to the west, south to the rest. You can invest just straight to the leg. That's your heat, just no thunder. I don't give a damn what you did last summer. Stars run up, get done up to sun up. Spinning little niggas like DJ.
Relaxing in my sandals trick. I'm while the candles lit. No, you can't handle it. True. You know I'm not a best friend. I feel like I'm the best man. Yes, I'm talking to
It's gonna get ugly, knowing you can't fuck with me.
True.
Gotta do what I gotta do. Verbal bullets, I pop a few. You offended, I'm talking to.
You.
They don't really wanna see shot. Going black when I rap on my hat in the beatbox. Other fellas like a big block. Shoot a bullet in the fall to the ground when you heat drop. Ain't no competition we got. Better dog when I ride, rush line like a T-Fighter. Give me hard in the treetop. I'm making love to the beat like a black at a G-Funk. And I'm chewing every MC, yo. Trying to run with them, but they can't keep up, bro. But you wanna face me, bro. Know that I'm nice and I can't beat you. Ain't a nigga feeling better than me. Got any beats and turn on my valve. Show a nigga that I'm dope like speed or coke. You get your overdose on my fast.
What's happening with it? What it do? Y'all already know what to do when you come in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Yeah. Let's see who we got in the building. EK2, what's happening with it? Kawhi Elliott in the building. What's happening with it? Teach in the building. James in the building. My man Swad Jones, what's happening with it? DP Rocker in the building. Ketty Peeps 504 in the building. Jay West in the building. Corey Moe in the building. Gertz in the building. Leon Robinson. Jay Grant, what's happening with it? Dead Game Boxing, what's happening with it? Let's see who else we got in this bit. Jay Chestnut, what's good with it, Jay? Yeah. The Queen Cassandra's in the building. What's your point facts? What's happening with it? Let me see who else we got. Leon Robinson, let me see. The Queen Sheena's in the building. Speaks, Dominate. Willis Harris Sr., what's happening with it? Lee Dre Stevens, Kawhi Elliott, Anthony Johnson, Mike C, Mr. Sanchez in the building. Yeah. And like I said, y'all hit that like button, smash on the like button as you come in the building, because we got a lot to talk about today. You know what I'm saying? Did you miss me? B Murray, what's happening with it? Yes, sir. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about, a lot. You know, I ain't cooked with y'all in a minute, but we gonna get into it today for sure. Y'all better believe that. We definitely gonna get into it today. I appreciate you, Swad Jones. I appreciate you. Yeah, we definitely finna get into it today. My man Cali Fire in the building. Yeah. Johnny Q, what's happening with it? Alexander 89. OTB, what it do? Yeah, man, your boy looking bad out here. Your boy Dub Right Side, your boy Bud looking bad out here. Love him down, Gaither, what's happening with it? Yeah. Your boy Bud Clark, y'all boy looking bad out here. You know what I'm saying? He's showing who he really is. He's showing who he really is. You know what I'm saying? He is who we thought he was. He is who they say he is. You know, he is who they say he is. But we gonna get into that. Oh yeah, we gonna cook his motherfucking ass for real. We gonna get into that. Like what Charleston White said, yeah. We definitely gonna get on his ass, you know. And I took up for Bud when niggas was coming in calling him all type of hoes and this and that. And I'm not gonna call that man all of that. But when cats was coming in calling him all type of hoes and calling him all type of ducks and saying he ain't want to fight, I was taking up for Bud. I was saying, man, Bud want to fight. Bud want to fight, but no, not today. Oh, we gonna get on this helmet today. And money. If you want a link, I'll shoot you a link. Hold on. Oh yeah, not today. But hey, EJ told us what it was gonna be. We just didn't listen. I'm gonna send this to Money if you want to get on. Then I'm gonna send some more links out in a minute. You know, but yeah. But let's talk about some of the things that went on this weekend. Nah, don't come in here with that soft ass shit. Don't come up in this motherfucker today with that soft ass shit, right? But like I said, we're gonna get into that in a minute. Now, I want to talk about the fights this weekend. Really, real quick before I get into all of that shit that's going on with Bud Coward. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Bud Coward. I want to talk about the fights that we had this weekend because I didn't get to cook on the fights that went down this past weekend yet. And I want to get in, I want to cook on that. First of all, I want to get a shout out to the ladies, all the ladies, because in my opinion, to me, that was the best fight card of this year, what the ladies put on. That shit was fire. Like that whole fight card was fire that the ladies put on. Shout out to Claressa Shields. She finally made over $1 million payday. So if y'all didn't know that, you know, Claressa Shields finally made over $1 million payday. But let's talk about Mikaela Mayer and Alicia Bumgardner. Let's talk about that fight. Now, I picked Alicia Bumgardner to win. A lot of people was trying to get me off of my pick. You know, even Queen. Sweet Tea, the Queen, Sweet Tea in the building, salute. Even Queen was like, man, I don't see Alicia Bumgardner fucking with her. I said, damn, man, I'm gonna have to go study this fight a little bit more. But I stayed with my pick. I stayed with Alicia Bumgardner. She was a big underdog to win by decision. She was damn near negative, like I think she was a minus 450 to win by decision, but I still picked her to win by decision. She was a huge underdog. I wasn't gonna get off my pick. And Alicia Bumgardner, she came out right in the first 4 rounds and she dominated. She dominated Mikaela Mayer. She outboxed her. She hit her with, you know, clean power shots. She showed that she was much more athletic than Mikaela Mayer. You know, and she did her thing in the first, what was it, like the first 4 rounds. She did her motherfucking thing. And I was like, God damn. You know, Alicia Bumgardner is dominating this fight. I said, she's dominating this fight. And I was kind of surprised that the fight was going the way it was going. And then, you know, by like the 5th round, or maybe a round before, it was either the 4th or the 5th round, Mikaela Mayer, she came and she made an adjustment and she started staying on the outside, using, you know, her length, and she was beating Alicia Bumgardner to the punch. She was outworking Alicia Bumgardner. She was making Alicia Bumgardner have to work at a higher level that she's not used to in the later rounds. I started seeing Bumgardner fade. I started seeing Mikaela Mayer put Bumgardner on the back foot. And, you know, Mikaela Mayer, she started closing some of the rounds. You know, she started coming back. And the fight got close. But In the 9th and the 10th round, Alicia Bumgardner, she came back. She came back and she dug deep. And you know what I'm saying? She did what she had to do to get the victory. And she showed that she belonged in there and she backed up everything that she said she was going to do. Now, she didn't knock out Mikaela Mayer. I didn't think that she was going to knock out Mikaela Mayer because Mikaela Mayer, she could fight too. I mean, she wasn't the favorite in the fight for no reason. But Alicia Bumgardner, she showed that she wanted it more. She was more athletic, right? And you could tell she had studied Mikaela Mayer. She had studied her. And like I said, you know, shout out to both women. Shout out to both women because it was a hell of a fight. But the beef is still, that shit ain't over. They still beefing. They still talking shit to each other on Twitter. As of last night, they was going at it again. You know what I'm saying? They still going at it. So I want to see them run that back. You know, initially, Alicia Bumgardner said that she's going for undisputed. She ain't giving Mikaela Mayer no rematch. And then later on, when she did her second interview in the press conference, she said that she'll run it back. You know, she would love to run it back. I want to see her run it back. Of course, I would advise her to go for undisputed if that's what she can get. You don't want to, you know what I'm saying, let undisputed pass up because undisputed don't come around all the time. Mikaela Mayer, she's still pissed off. She thinks she won the fight. She think it was a pure plain out robbery. She stormed out of the ring, but it wasn't no fucking robbery. You know what I'm saying? I understand that she upset that she didn't get the nod, but she should have known you lost. Yeah, I mean, the rounds that you lost clearly. It's only a 10-round fight, right? You lost the first 4 rounds, you got dominated. You know, then you came back. But like I said, the 9th and 10th, I had Alicia Bumgardner winning, but it was a close fight. But Bumgardner clearly did enough to win the fight. So she could have been like, yeah, you know, I'm disappointed I lost. I thought I won the fight, and, you know, we got to run it back. But you ain't got to storm out the motherfucking ring and throw a tantrum and talking about you got robbed and everybody knows it was a – no, that's not a robbery. You know what I'm saying? The fight was close. It wasn't no robbery. So I would love to see him run it back. And plus, hey, it's a great shit. That could be a great trilogy in women's boxing because they don't like each other. Like I said, they didn't even bury the hatchet after. I think that they hate each other even more now because Alicia Bumgardner, she's still talking shit. Mikaela Mayer, she talking more shit now because she pissed off thinking that she won the fight. So, yeah, run it back after. Let Alicia Bumgardner get undisputed and then set it back up. I love that fight. Money, man, what you got on that?
I agree with you, man. Hell of a fight. Shouts out to both women. They did their thing. I thought the right woman won the fight. I'm with you like early on. I didn't see Alicia Bumgardner being that patient and being that poised. But if you go back, if y'all was looking at the fight, right, it was on ESPN. If y'all was looking at it when they were showing them girls in the back, you will see Alicia Bumgardner up, getting ready, right? She was working out and you know, just warming up. Like when she got her hands wrapped and she got up, the girl was working out the entire time. She was warming up back there the entire time. They'll show Mikaela Mayer would be sitting down laughing, talking to her coaches and shit like that. So you see that that shit showed in the ring. Because Alicia, she was warmed up like a motherfucker. That girl was cool, calm, collective, and poised with her counterpunching. Counterpunching was on fucking 20. You understand what I'm saying? On 20, I mean, everything Mikaela Mayer was throwing, she was reacting to it. She wasn't hesitate or nothing. Even if Mikaela Mayer flinched, she was flinching right behind her ass. You know what I'm saying? So her counter game was just magnificent early on. And like you say, I thought she won the first. I gave her the first 2. I thought Mikaela came back in 3 and 4. It could have been 3-1 after that, but Mikaela Mayer started imposing her will, coming in with a jab, trying to push it back to the ropes. With Alicia throwing them heavy shots, she was fatiguing a little bit, things of that nature. And Mikaela was coming on strong. And then, like you say, in the back end, you know, Alicia started back doing her thing. She started being aggressive again. and she pulled it out the hat. You know what I'm saying? I thought she won the fight. I scored power punches over jabs, and she did her thing, bro. I thought Mikaela Myers would have won the fight, me myself. Right? I was picking Mikaela Myers to win. But Alicia came out and she won that thing fair and square to everybody that was screaming robbery and all that shit. I do agree, which I think she should have been a little bit more professional, but I do understand when you take your first loss, you know what I'm saying? Especially being a woman, women, they are emotional. So I'm not going to blame her for, reacting the way she reacted. If it was a nigga, I'd probably say something different. But by her being a woman, by them being so in tune and so in tune with one another, you could tell if Alicia would have lost, she probably would have had the same reaction. She probably would have had a worse reaction, knowing her little time ticking bomb, man. So, you can expect it out of them, but she calmed down in the back, gave her credit. And like you say, I don't, even in the undisputed fight, the Asian chick, I can't get her name right now. I don't think she'll be a bigger fight than Mikaela Myers and Alicia Bumgardner in the rematch. Because now you look at them, they was the co-main event. Now they're the main event. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be even more recognition on them and shit like that. And man, like you say, Key, it looked like it could be a great fucking trilogy. A great trilogy, because they go talk that shit in the press conference. They going back and forth. I felt like I won. Well, bitch, I beat you. You jealous. You did that. You know how that shit go with them females. So they going to handle their business with that. That's going to put more hype on the fight. You know what I'm saying? I think the dollars will be even bigger. So, it was a hell of a fight, man. I enjoyed it. It was so good that, and I liked both of them to the point that I didn't want neither one to lose, but somebody had to be the loser. And Alicia Bumgardner was the victor, and she deserved it, bro. But Mikaela Mayer, she didn't have nothing to hold her head down about. You know what I'm saying? Of course, she took the L, but it ain't that you lose, it's how you lose. And you lost like a fucking real champion. You went in there, you gave it y'all. We seen the skill set, right? I thought it was close as fuck, could have went either way. But, I thought the right woman won the fight, and I'm all right with that. But I would most definitely love to see a rematch. And Mikaela Myers could win a rematch and come back for the trilogy, and y'all make more money. That go y'all history in the making.
Yeah, man. And one thing I do gotta say is that Alicia Bumgardner, man, she was able to close the show. But if she can fight like she do the first 3 or 4 rounds throughout the whole fight, I don't see nobody beating her for a long, long time. It's just she tends to, you know what I'm saying? She tends to wear down a little bit until she gets her second win.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, man, they got real bad blood. So this is going, you know what I'm saying, I think this will make a great trilogy. And yeah, man, I love to see it again. But I ain't gonna lie. They over there in the UK, and I know how shit be in the UK. Hey, man, I thought they would, because she is, you know what I'm saying, she a black woman. I thought she was going to get robbed over there. I ain't finna lie, But the judges did a great job. They did a great job, and, salute to them. But
damn good job. You ain't lying. They did a damn good job.
Yeah, DP Rocker, what's happening with it? The Queen Sheena in the building, what's happening with it? AJXNI, what's happening? Yeah. But let's see. And now let's go to Claressa Shields. Man, let's go to the Gwoat. That shit, to me, that was fight of the year. Claressa Shields and Savannah Marshall. To me, that fight lived up to all of the hype. Personally, I've been wanting to see that fight for years. Ever since Savannah Marshall came into the professional ranks with Claressa Shields, I've been wanting to see them fight, because all you heard was all of the commentators, anywhere Claressa Shields fought, anywhere Savannah Marshall fought, all you heard was Claressa Shields got beat by Savannah Marshall. Savannah Marshall is this is the woman that beat Claressa Shields. You've heard that shit since 2016. Every time one of these women fight since 2016, when Claressa Shields turned pro, every commentator made that their duty to let you know that Savannah Marshall beat Claressa Shields in the amateurs.
And not just every commentator, Keith. Even Floyd Mayweather went and signed Savannah Marshall for a minute.
Right. So, like, they built Savannah Marshall's whole professional career off of telling you that she beat Claressa Shields.
Mm-hmm.
And over there in the UK, they had a whole propaganda going on telling you that, Savannah Marshall would knock out Claressa Shields. This is the only woman that can beat Claressa Shields, and then they on and on and on. So you know that got out of under Claressa Shields' skin because they fought when Claressa Shields was what 16. Savannah Marshall was already grown. Savannah Marshall was 4 years older than Claressa Shields, right? I went back and watched the match. I don't think Claressa Shields lost that match. I thought she won. It was a close fight. I thought she won that match. But nevertheless, we've had to hear them talk about that shit for 10 years. 10 years, right? We've seen Claressa Shields dominate everybody she's been in the ring with. We've seen Savannah Marshall damn near knock out everybody she's been in the ring with. Savannah Marshall, she looks more impressive because that's what most people want to see is knockouts. But I'm looking at the skills that Claressa had. And I've always said that Savannah Marshall can't fuck with Claressa Shields. I always thought that Claressa Shields would school her in the ring. Shit wouldn't even be close. But it turned out to be the fight of the year to me. And before I get into that, let me get my man KG Alexander in the building. What's happening with it, KG? He says, man, salute to my dog, Big Key. Man, been missing them ETB lives this week, and the Gwoat gave Marshall them pause. And salute to my man KG. Appreciate you coming in here, always showing support, man. Knockout Boxing 86 TV, what it do? The boxing section. What's happening with it, Kyle? What it do? Young Billy in the building, young billionaire boxing.
Yes, Billy, look, bro, man, that's my dog right there, man.
Yes, sir. Manny in the building. So Brandy Blake, salute. So I was excited about this fight, man. Like I said, this fight, the woman, right? The two women fights, the co-main event and the main event. I was more excited about these two fights than any fight that I've been excited about in a long time. I'm just keeping it 100, so I couldn't wait to see Savannah Marshall and Claressa Shields. And out the gate, Claressa Shields came with that heat. She came out, and to me, I think she wanted to let Savannah Marshall know right out the gate, you think I can't punch? I'm going to show you I can punch. She came out the gate trying to knock Savannah Marshall whole motherfucking head off. She was trying to give Savannah Marshall a new hairstyle out the gate. She was landing big hooks, big straight rights, and she hurt Savannah Marshall early in the fight.
Can you rush my boy Young Billy up?
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I gotta go to. Hold on. Let me get on. I thought he already had a wrench. Let me get on. I have to get on YouTube. But yeah, okay. Man. So I noticed that, right? I said, "Oh shit," because I ain't gonna lie. I picked her to win. I picked Claressa Shields to win by decision, right? But she came out, and it looked like a few times that she was gonna stop Savannah Marshall early. And I said, oh shit, man, Claressa Shields coming out on a whole nother level. And I also thought this motherfucking Savannah Marshall, she's a fraud. I said, this woman a fraud. This woman ain't shit. She finna let Claressa Shields come out and do her like this early after talking all of that shit, all that hype that she got hyped up for all of them years, right? So I'm like, man, this shit crazy. And I was shocked because I thought, it was at least going to be a good fight. But Claressa Shields, she came out and she dominated to me like the first, 5 rounds? And I'm like, God damn. But Savannah Marshall came back. And one thing that started confusing Claressa Shields, and I thought it wasn't going to last too long, is all that fucking herky-jerky Tyson Fury movement. She confuses her opponents because she do all that Tyson Fury herky-jerky shit, and she's very awkward, and you don't know where a lot of her punches are coming from because she got her hands low. She don't keep her hands up, and she's doing all that herky-jerky. She's switching from southpaw to orthodox, switching back and doing all that crazy movement, and you don't know where her punches is coming from. But somehow Savannah Marshall got her second gear, and she started pressing Claressa Shields. And she was putting Claressa Shields in the corner. Now, Claressa was blocking a lot of that shit early on. You know what I'm saying? Like the fifth, like early on, she was blocking all that shit. But later in the rounds, Savannah Marshall started catching Claressa Shields with some big ass shots against the ropes. And Claressa was coming back, but Savannah Marshall was catching her. And I think Claressa said it was in the 6th round when Savannah Marshall caught her with a hard ass shot in the eye. And she said she lost her vision, you know, for like 2-3 rounds. She couldn't see. And that's when Savannah Marshall, probably like the 6th, 7th, and 8th, the 6th and 7th, maybe the 8th too. Savannah Marshall, she started putting in that work. You know, because if you look at the corner, Savannah Marshall was dead tired after like the 5th round. I don't know how she got her second win. She got her second win, and she came out, and she was roughing Claressa up, putting her against the ropes, using all them Tyson Fury roughhouse tactics. And one thing I gotta say, right? My belief is that Claressa Shields going into MMA helped her win this fight, because it helped her with the grappling. Because you can see Savannah Marshall, that motherfucking woman is strong as hell. But Claressa Shields was able to hold her own and grapple with her on the inside. And I don't think she was able to do that before she got in MMA. In MMA, you know what I'm saying, get her legs stronger and all of that, that helped her out a lot in this fight. And Claressa, she was catching a lot of the shots coming off the ropes and, you know, catching Savannah Marshall with all type of shit. But Savannah Marshall was working. And the fight doing down the stretch, it was back and forth. You know, they was both giving each other great work. Savannah Marshall was landing big shots. Claressa Shields would come back and land a big shot. You know what I'm saying? Off of the ropes. And Claressa Shields was going to the body, hitting Savannah Marshall with nasty body shots, coming up with hooks. And man, Savannah Marshall was getting Claressa Shields pinned in the corner, hitting her with nasty, hard, straight rights and hooks. And they was going at it. But down the stretch, right? Like I said, I think Claressa Shields already had dominated probably like the first 5 rounds. Savannah Marshall started coming back. But down the stretch, right? You're in the UK. So Claressa knows, her corner knows, the last couple rounds, we got to get these last couple rounds. We can't lose these last 2 rounds, because if we do, even though we are up, or we should be up on the card, if we lose, ain't no way we getting the decision over here in the UK. And, you know, Claressa, especially the 10th round, she bit down and she went in there and she dogged it out and clearly won the round. And to me, you know, Claressa Shields, she clearly won that fight. Now, if I'm scoring, right, if I'm thinking like, okay, I got to score like the UK judges is scoring, that's how I was scoring. I'm scoring like the UK judges are scoring, right? And I'm like, okay, Claressa Shields, she got it by 2 rounds. You know what I'm saying? She won by 2 rounds on the UK judges scorecard if I'm judging like that, right? But my scorecard, I gave Savannah Marshall like 3 rounds. I gave her like 3 rounds. It might have been 1 swing round in there, you know, but the fight was close. And shout out to both of them women. Claressa Shields, to me, won the fight clearly, showed that she was the better fighter, but Savannah Marshall surprised me. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Savannah Marshall, you got to give it up to her, because she proved to me that nothing was a fluke about her. All of them women that she was knocking out, now I know why she was knocking out all of those women. And I think that Savannah Marshall has gotten a lot better under the Fury banner, you know, because she fight just like Tyson Fury. She fight like a female Tyson Fury, and she's gotten a lot better. And I would like to see them fight again. Like, the fight was so good, I would love to see them fight again. And y'all hit the like button. You know, hold on, pause real quick. Y'all got to hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Let me see where the likes is. It don't make no sense for this many people not hit the like button. It don't cost y'all nothing to hit the like button. Nothing at all. Hit the like button. So yeah, smash on the like button. It's free. But yeah, Like I said, Savannah Marshall surprised me. I already knew how great Claressa Shields was. I knew that. You know what I'm saying? But Savannah Marshall, she had fought a lot of bums. Let's just keep it 100. She wasn't fighting the level of competition that Claressa Shields was fighting. She was knocking out everybody, but not the same level of competition. So I didn't think that she would be able to compete with Claressa Shields. But she showed that she on that level also. She also showed she on that level. So we got to give it up to both women. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna knock one of these women. Claressa Shields, she showed that she is the greatest woman of all time. Layla Ali ain't got shit on Claressa Shields. I'm going to say it again. Layla Ali don't have shit on Claressa Shields. Claressa Shields has showed time and time again that she is the greatest woman of all time. Shit. She up there as the greatest fighter, boxer of all time, man or woman. The shit that she's doing, right? To me, this Claressa Shields, Savannah Marshall fight was the equivalent of what Errol Spence and Terence Crawford was supposed to be. And it's a goddamn shame that we was able to get it in women's boxing that haven't been around near as long as men's boxing, that don't even get the eyes on women's boxing like you do on men's boxing. It's a damn shame that we got the greatest fight in women's boxing already, and we couldn't get it in men's boxing, right? But salute to Savannah Marshall and Claressa Shields. And what even made me respect both of these women more and respect Savannah Marshall a lot more is she came out and she gave, in the press conference, she gave Claressa Shields all of the glory. She said that Claressa Shields is the Gwoat. She is the greatest woman of all time, that Claressa Shields won the fight clearly. And, you know, and Claressa Shields gave her praise. She said, man, that woman hit fucking hard as hell. She hit hard. She hurt me, you know. But yeah, man, it was great sportsmanship by both of them women because they had bad blood for a long, long time. It was a lot of shit talk between both of them women. And I think a rematch would even be bigger. So now we're going to get to see if Savannah Marshall is willing to come over to the U.S. and have this rematch. I think this fight will do big numbers, and everybody got to support because these women put on better than the men did. And I'll say it again. Savannah Marshall and Claressa Shields, they put on better than any of the men did that fought on Saturday night. And there was a lot of fights on Saturday night. And Savannah Marshall and Claressa Shields, they put on in greater fashion than any of the men did. So, yeah, I would love to see a rematch in America. But one thing I got to say before I give it to Money is that I feel that Claressa Shields, she made the fight a little harder on herself than she had to. I think that she could have used a lot more movement and used her jab and her speed and her boxing skills a lot more. But she chose to bang with Savannah Marshall. And I think she wanted to show everybody, you know, if it was men, we say that she was trying to show her nuts. You know what I'm saying? She want to show how hard that she could hit. She want to show, okay, I can bang with you. She didn't need to do all of that. But she did it and still won, and won clearly. But I think next go around, she don't need to fight Savannah Marshall in that style. She needs to go ahead and just show all her skills. Outbox her. Don't even let her touch you. You know what I'm saying? When she trying to get you on the ropes, you know, pivot out. And yeah, man, but like I said, great fight, great fight. One of the fight of the year candidate to me. And matter of fact, that's fight of the year because of the magnitude of that fight to me. And they showed out a lot of big fights like this. We think it's going to be a great fight. And then, you know, it don't be that great. It don't be so great. But they did their thing. So that was the fight of the year so far to me. But Money, man, what was your take on that fight?
Shit, I don't need no take, nigga. You said it all. Shit, I say one thing. Y'all can see Keon was very invested into this fight. And no motherfucker can't say he didn't watch the fight because that nigga went from the beginning to the end. He called it out from everything I was going to say he said. You feel me? But no, hell of a fight, man. Like, the entire, man, I love the entire card, Key. That woman card lived up to the hype. And like you said, them women went in there and they did their thing. And it's sad. They don't get the recognition that they deserve. Because if you put Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano with Claressa Shields and Savannah Marshall with Alicia Bumgardner, Mikaela Mayer, and look what those women done, man. That shit was marvelous for this year in women boxing, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm quite sure there's more women out there that did their thing, but I'm just putting them up there because those are the three big headliners of women boxing for this year. You know what I'm saying? They did their thing. And shout out to Daniel DeBar, sister. You know, she got this TKO stoppage. But man, women, man. I love the women. I'm gonna always support the women, and they deserve more recognition. But Savannah and Claressa, man, what a fucking fight, bro. It came right out. And like you say, bro, when Claressa stepped to her, bro, and was hitting her ass with them shots, I say, God damn, I got her Keon ass. I'm like, yeah, man, you talking about the shit was gonna be competitive, and she whooped that motherfucking ass. She ain't did shit in that time about the girl go beat it. I say, God damn. Cause I'm like, God damn, Claressa stepping to her motherfucking ass and nailing her ass and shit. But I knew, that Savannah, she was tough. I knew she's a slow starter, and she's not like, if you go look at Savannah fight, she don't go out there and dog it out like that. She kind of a smart, methodical fighter where she'll catch your ass from range and distance, set your ass up with shots, and then she'll bring it on you and start trying to pound your ass down to get you up out of there. So I knew it was kind of a little something new to her with Claressa brought it straight to her ass. So she knew she had to adjust as well. So she made the right adjustments and shit. And, like he say, fight of the year, man. Fight of the year. But I thought Claressa won that thing clearly, right? Unanimous. But could have been 4-6. Like you say, keep with a swing round. Could have been 3-7. So it was a hell of a fight, bro. And it's one that I most definitely got to watch over because, looking at it, trying to deal with a lot of people, same with Alicia Bumgardner and Mikaela Mayer, looking at it, dealing with a lot of people, you miss a few things. But overall, the excitement of the fight and the way they was fight, you got to give them that just on their credit, man, because I loved every bit of it, every moment of it, everything. And Claressa is like, she is gaining nothing but respect from them UK fans. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but respect from them UK fans. The same with Alicia Bumgardner. That was her second fight, or was it a third fight, fighting over in the UK? So by going over there, getting exposed to them with women boxing, and the women was thick in the fucking audience, bro. They was out there thick. I was looking at like 3 of them commentating, just showing their phones, being at the fight. They was British women, but they was fair. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to, oh my God, of course they was rooting for Savannah, but at the end, all three, and I can send y'all the links. All 3 praised Claressa Shields, called her the Gwoat. They enjoyed it, just like Keon say. The shit was magnificent where they can do it again. So it just shows you, the respect level that the UK fans will have for you when the fight is over with. So with Claressa, man, she just steady growing and growing and growing, man. 3-time undisputed, 3-time undisputed, 3-time undisputed, bro. 3-time, like, goddamn, that's crazy to hear. And like you say, we got fighters and shit that could have had an opportunity to be 2-time, but this woman was 3-time, bro. And she don't just, like, every time she fight is an all women card, and that shit always live up to the hype when them women get in that ring, bro. So I'm gonna respect both of them women. Like I say, I rocks with Savannah heavy. I've been talking about her for the longest. Plus the interviewed her, just to get back with her team. So she's a cool chick. But like you say, they built her career off of Claressa Shields, Claressa Shields, Claressa Shields, Claressa Shields. Floyd Mayweather, this a girl that beat Claressa Shields, da 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 this, da 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 that. So it's like it was ordained to happen. But I'm happy for Claressa that she can get that monkey off her back. You know what I'm saying? She can get that off her back every time she turn around. Because that's gonna be the quick. Oh, okay, so what about you and Savannah Marshall? She's professional, this, that, and the third. She finally got her ass in the ring. She finally got that, revenge that loss, even though it was in the amateurs. And you can just tell, man, by the emotion she let out, crying, the shit that she achieved is like, she's doing that thing, bro. Like I was telling you, Key, I hope later Ali can bring her ass to the front and give that woman her praises and her flowers and call that girl the Gwoat, man. You know what I'm saying? Call her the Gwoat. Quit hating on that woman. Give her just due because you ain't did nothing near what Claressa Shields done. Nothing near. And I love Layla Ali, bro. I do. But she got to quit hating on Claressa and give her just due and let her carry the sport. Like you saying what you want to say to her, that just make it that much more bigger. You know what I'm saying? Because all the other females, they show Claressa love. But Layla Ali is just so hard for her, to say that this woman has done magnificent things in the sport of boxing for women boxing, not just for herself, but for other women as well. So I love to see that. But shouts out to the women boxing, man. Like I say, overall, was a marvelous Saturday for them women, bro. And it can't do nothing but go up for them from her. Can't do nothing but go up for them from her. And they making the fights. They making the fucking fights, bro. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta salute them for that as well.
Man, like I said, they gave us everything we wanted.
Facts.
I didn't. It didn't leave me, like, man, that's because that's what we get with a lot of these men fights that's supposed to be that big. Like, man, it was all right, but they ain't really, we didn't get that with the women. So yeah, man, like I said, hats off to both of them women, and they really put on. Moving along, real quick. I'm gonna talk about. I'm not gonna get into Devin Haney fight because, like I said, I still got to go back and really watch the Devin Haney fight. I was trying to watch it, but I was watching the Caleb. It was too much. Like, I'm trying to watch Caleb Plant and Dirrell at the same time, so I was kind of back and forth. But Devin Haney was beating the shit out of old boy. But I still want to go back and watch it before I really cook on that. But Caleb Plant, real quick, and Anthony Dirrell, man. Coach, what's happening with it? Salute to Coach in the building. Caleb Plant and Anthony Dirrell, man. I told everybody that Caleb Plant was going, basically school Anthony Dirrell. But I was kind of wrong. That ain't really what happened. The fight with Anthony Dirrell, he came out and he fought with anger. He came out and he was trying to motherfucking rough up Caleb Plant. He was trying to fucking drop bombs on him all night. Tony Boswell, salute. Appreciate you coming a member of the channel. What's happening with it? He was trying to rough up Caleb Plant, and with every shot he threw, it had bad intentions on it. But Caleb Plant, he showed his ring IQ. He kept his poise. And you know what I'm saying? He was out on the outside. He was outboxing Dirrell. He was, landing body shots. But the fights, it wasn't like he wasn't schooling Dirrell like I thought he was going to do. Like, I thought he was just going to school Dirrell every round. Now, he was beating Dirrell, but he wasn't schooling him like I thought he was going to school him, right? Dirrell came in ready for this fight. Like I said, he came in rough, tough, and he was more so looking like the old dog Dirrell. He was in shape for this fight. You know what I'm saying? You could tell that hate that he had for Caleb Plant was real. You know what I'm saying? It was real. But as the fight went on, Caleb Plant, he started slowing down and he started sitting down on his shots more. And the shot that he knocked out Dirrell with was he leaned over and he went to the body, right? But it was kind of a delay. So usually you go to the body and then you come right up real fast with the hook, with the left hook. He didn't do that, right? He kind of braced himself for Dirrell to catch it because Dirrell caught it. He caught the body shot, right? And then he waited for Dirrell to catch the body shot, drop his hands, and then boom, and then hit him. It was great vision, great ring IQ by Caleb Plant because, like I said, he didn't come straight up with the left hook. He delayed it a little bit. And then, bam, and it was good night. That's all she wrote. And I always told people, I said, Caleb Plant can punch much harder than he showed in the Canelo fight. I kept telling people that. In the Canelo fight, if you watch the fight, he was scared. He was just nervous and he wouldn't sit down on none of his shots. Go back to the how you say this shit? The Jose Uzcategui fight. Yeah, the Uzcategui fight. If you go back to that fight, you can see Caleb Plant power. He just don't sit down on his shots all the time. You feel me? And so when he does sit down on his shots, he has respectable power. And he showed that, you know what I'm saying? He hit him with a clean left hook, set down on it, right? And he bent all the way over to the left and bam, came and like I said, he caught Dirrell clean and Dirrell was dead for about 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Dirrell was dead for about 10 minutes. But like I said, I fuck with Anthony Dirrell heavy. I fuck with Caleb Plant heavy. But the thing is, hey, when you say the things that Anthony Dirrell said, you know, he said a lot of disrespectful shit to Caleb Plant. A lot of disrespectful shit. And he been talking shit about Caleb Plant for years. For years, he been talking shit about Caleb Plant. And unwarranted. Caleb Plant ain't never said nothing about him, you know, leading up into the fight. But you seen Caleb Plant shoveling his ass up out the ring, right? Telling the crowd to shut the fuck up, right? Look at your mans on the floor. And Caleb Plant, like he was basically, you know, he was kicking dirt on the dead body. That's what he was doing. He was kicking dirt on the dead body. And hey, man, you can't be mad. All the shit that Dirrell talked, that's just what it is. You get it how you live. You get it how you live. Dirrell would have been doing the same type of shit if there had been him. But so I wasn't mad at it. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't mad. It is what it is. And Caleb Plant, he came, he saw, and he conquered. He came, he saw, and he conquered. But me watching that fight, now I can pick a winner between Caleb Plant and David Benavidez. I can pick a winner between Caleb Plant and David Benavidez now. Now that I've seen that fight. And honestly, I'm going to keep it real. Yeah, I got to pick David Benavidez to beat Caleb Plant. You know what I'm saying? Coach, he going to love to hear that shit. I told you, y'all don't know shit about boxing. You know, I hate to say it because Coach in here, he ain't going to never let that shit die down. But now, I got to pick Caleb. I got to pick David Benavidez because I think that David Benavidez, his work rate is going to be too much. Caleb Plant at times, he tends to focus more on defense. You know what I'm saying? He has great offense. He got real good offense when he let his hands go, but he tends to focus more on defense. And, you know, David Benavidez is going to overwhelm him. And then in the later rounds, you know, that's when Caleb Plant, he slows down. Caleb Plant, he got to be in like 15-round shape to beat Benavidez, right? And he haven't shown me yet that he can get in 15-round shape. He ain't showed me that. You feel me? So, yeah, I would edge David Benavidez, but that's the fight that needs to happen. I think it'll be a hell of a fight. A hell of a fight. Like I said, and I don't edge David Benavidez by a lot, but I do got David Benavidez winning that fight. But it'll be a hell of a fight. This fight we need to see. David Benavidez is already on record saying that, you know, he fights Uzgatiki in January, early January. And yeah, they can make that fight. Especially they can make it early next year. What, April? Shit, they can fight in April. What is it? We in what, October? So we let me see, November, December, January, February, March, April. Yeah, 6 months. They make that fight. Caleb Plant, he only fight once a year anyway. When last time we seen Caleb Plant fight more than once a year? It's been a long, long time. So 6 months will give him a great turnaround. He didn't take a lot of punishment in that fight, even though Anthony Dirrell tried to rough him up and body slam him and do all type of shit, right? But he didn't take a lot of punishment. 6 months is great. You could chill for a little bit and get right back to it and fight David Benavidez in April. David gonna fight in January, February, March, April. They give David Benavidez, you know, 3 months in between. And let's make it happen. Fuck all the talking, all the back and forth. Let's make it happen. But one thing I did notice is that Caleb Plant didn't mention David Benavidez's name. And I ain't like that. Like, you still talking about Canelo. Why are you still talking about Canelo when Canelo already stopped you? You had a chance to go in there and show that you was better than Canelo. Quit talking about Canelo when you got David Benavidez and you were supposed to fight years ago. That's who you should have been calling out, not Canelo Alvarez. You had a chance, and I'm going to keep it real. You showed a lot of softness, and you bowed down to Canelo. You can run that back, but get past David Benavidez. What he should be saying is, now I want to go beat the fuck out of David Benavidez, and then after that, I'm going after Canelo again. But you ain't mentioned David Benavidez's name, so I wasn't really feeling that, even though Caleb Plant is my dog. I just got to keep it 100, and I got to keep the same energy. I wasn't feeling that. So, yeah, man, shout out to Caleb Plant for coming in there and showing out. And what's happening with it? Kwame Lower to the game, boxing talk in the building. And my man Tony Boswell says, Lower to the game say payday. He won't payday. I know that. Tony Boswell says, but why did Benavidez make a fight with the same dude who pissed fire? I think it's a waste of time, in my opinion. I can bet Uzgatiki is still on the sauce. Well, David Benavidez is, I'm pretty sure that's a fight, that was a fight that they was already supposed to have, right? But I don't blame David Benavidez for taking the Jose Uzgatiki fight in January, because who else is he going to fight? Caleb Plant just fought. So Caleb Plant wasn't about to turn around and fight him in January, right? Let's keep it 100. Caleb Plant just fought. Canelo Alvarez is, he on the shelf right now. He not fighting. Fucking goddamn Jamal Charlo ain't fighting no motherfucking body. Jamal Charlo has made it very, very clear that he don't want no parts of David Benavidez. And that's just what it is. So who else is he going to fight? There wasn't really nothing else for him to do. You know what I'm saying? As long as he had 168 right now. But that's the fight that needs to be made. He needs to go. He going to go and do what he got to do against Jose Uzgatiki. And he going to call out everybody. He going to call out Caleb Plant. He going to call out Charlo. He going to call out everybody. One thing that David Benavidez has shown is that he won't smoke with everybody. And he willing, ready, and able to get in the ring with anybody. So, and my man James Kelly coming through, man, dropping the 20 in the super chat. I appreciate you, man, showing me love. He says Plant and Benavidez. He said Andrea and Charlo. Andrea. Yeah, that's what he's looking like, an Andrea and shit, because he out here looking like a stone cold bitch. Both of them, him and Charlo. Yeah. And Sheena says, oh, no, she talking to Swad Jones. I don't her and Swad Jones. And then Swad Jones, I missed his comment. He says, Plant for sure, welcome to the cookout, though. I like him. He said, Plant for sure, welcome him to the cookout. I like him. Yeah, Plant my guy. I just didn't like that he didn't mention David Benavidez, after they were talking all of that shit. Yeah, you're right, coach. Yeah, that's what he made the fight, because don't nobody want to fight him. Tony Boswell says Plant will never get a rematch unless he does fight Benavidez or Charlo. And that's a fact. I think that if Caleb Plant went out there and beat David Benavidez, he'll get a rematch, because, Canelo don't really have no reason not to fight him. Even though Canelo really don't do rematches with dudes that he beat clearly right off the rip like that, except for Triple G, you know what I'm saying? But he didn't even want that rematch. They kind of forced him into that shit on the zone for the third fight. But I don't see no reason he wouldn't duck Plant, because he already beat him. But yeah, money. What you think about that fight before we move on and get to this main?
Once again, y'all, Keon said everything. Money's just sitting her listening, right? She's stealing all my shit. So, I can't really say too much, But now I gotta that's a fight. Like you said, you gotta go back and watch the Devin Haney fight. I gotta go back and watch the the Caden Plant and the Dirrell fight all the way through because we was watching the Devin Haney. You know, they was simultaneously going on at the same time, so you had to pick your poison. So you was watching that fight while I was watching the Devin Haney fight. I was looking at the Devin Haney fight, you know, and but I did catch the knockout, beautiful knockout, some shit that nobody seen coming. You know, shouts out to Caden Plant for that one. Shouts out to Anthony Dirrell for being the man and giving him his just due. You know, after he went home and woke his ass up because he was mad as a fuck in that ring. Nigga still was woozy telling people not to touch him. Nigga, you about to fall on your goddamn face again, nigga. I got it. Nigga can barely stand up and shit. So, but with that being said, with the opponents, I agree, man. Like, he should have been fought David Benavidez. I do pick David Benavidez to win that fight. I always did pick David Benavidez. So we'll see what he do now, Caden Plant, I know he's feeling himself. You seen him yelling at Jamil Charlo, so I'm quite sure that had to do with Jamal Charlo, right?
Yeah. Now that's who he do really want to. I think for some reason, dog. I don't know. Don't give me the talking money, but he want to fight Jamal Charlo more than he want to fight David Benavidez.
I agree. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he want that fight with him. They got the riff and the rapping and shit. So it's like he got a lot still. A lot of offers out there on his plate, especially even though you lost to Canelo, you still fought Canelo. So, everybody want to put that measuring stick if they can knock your ass out quicker than Canelo or beat you better than Canelo. So, you gotta it's still a target on your back just because you lost. So, 168 with Demetrius Andrade been up there, Charlo take his ass up there, they stack. It's stacked. And like you say, stop talking about Canelo and y'all boys start making y'all own fucking names with fighting each other. Because y'all still a vibrant group of motherfucking top talent that's at the division that somebody can come out as a motherfucking superstar if all y'all get together and take each other on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or make y'all name and say, fuck Canelo Alvarez, or then force Canelo to fight y'all after y'all beat one another or the person that come out on top. That's the number one kid at the division. You did something. You beat some top shotters, and you made a name for yourself, bro. To where people can really give you your credit and your just doing. So you did this, that, and the third with top competition. So I love to see all them boys mix it up with one another, get in there and fight one another, make their names and shit. So, but I'm gonna get Caden Plant all his credit and his just due because him coming off again knocked out, and then Dirrell coming off a beautiful knockout, and then you go in there and knock the real motherfucking ass out, right? A highlight reel knockout. That was special. That was special. So that definitely boosts his confidence back up. And now, he ready for anybody. But I will, if you ask me, Key, which fight I would love to see out of all of them, it will be David Benavidez and Caden Plant. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that fight always been there, has been wanted when both of them was champions and shit to fight and the unification about, which they should have gave us. But, it didn't happen for whatever reason, Benavidez losing the title and shit like that. So, right now, with neither one of y'all being a world champion and both of y'all trying to get to the same place it looked like again, right? Go in there and face one another, man, because y'all still the two top shotters at the division, right? No matter what nobody say outside of Canelo Alvarez. I can't say Demetrius Andrade and Charlo come up and take y'all spot, even with a loss with Caden Plant, so I love to see that bout, but we'll see how it play out in the future with them dudes if they go out there and fight one another or not, or they still be on this goddamn Canelo train, or because they've been Benavidez to fight any of them. I give him that. He want to fight some motherfucker to make his name and to show people that I'm about that life. So he'll fight any of them, but we'll see who step up to the plate and who really wanna be that guy and who really believe in they goddamn self. So we'll see how that turn out.
Yeah, man. Facts. My man Tony Boswell said, didn't Samson say they were in talks with Demetrius? No, he never said they was in talks. He said that they were going to send Demetrius Andrade an offer to fight David Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? He said he was going to send Demetrius Andrade an offer to fight David Benavidez. But honestly, I don't think that Demetrius Andrade has any interest in fighting David Benavidez either. You haven't seen Demetrius Andrade show any interest in fighting David Benavidez. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. And y'all hit the like button, like my man Swat Jones say, man, y'all make sure that y'all smash the like button. It's free. It don't cost nothing to hit the like button. But my man James Kelly coming through, big stunting up in here. He says, Plant will beat all of them except for Andrade. That's me. And I appreciate you, James Kelly, man. I appreciate everybody that come through here in the super chat, man, and support, man. We put in a lot of work doing this. Y'all just don't understand. We put in a lot of work, and I appreciate everybody that come through, you know, with their hard-earned dollar showing support to the channel. But yeah, man, and James Kelly, man, I always said it, right? I always was saying the same thing. Money, no. Coach, no. I was like, hey, shit, Plant. You know what I'm saying? Plant. I got Plant. I even had Plant over Canelo. But then I seen that Plant wasn't really as tough. The exterior that he puts out, like, to me, Canelo broke a lot of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I saw things that I didn't want to see in Plant in that Canelo fight. And then in this fight with Anthony Dirrell, even though he knocked out Anthony Dirrell cold, I saw some shit I didn't want to see, money. I seen him letting Anthony Dirrell rough him around. It let Anthony Dirrell slam him back to the ground. And what I want to see out of a real dog is you go right back to him and do the same shit. Anthony Dirrell was putting his forearm all in Caleb Plant's mouth and shit, and he ain't returned none of that. And I want to see you return that shit to let a motherfucker know, hey, you gonna have a long night in here trying to rough around with me. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have a long ass night trying to rough and play with me like that. Because you know, and that's what I want to see, and I ain't see that out of Caleb Plant. And so it's that dog, you know what I'm saying? I don't, he's more a finesse. You know, I don't see that dog like that. But like I said, man, I fuck with Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant is still one of my favorite fighters, but favorite fighter or not, you got to keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? I got to keep it 100. Dank Father says, how Caleb Plant don't fight Benavidez when it was Benavidez. I mean, I just go by energy, dog. Dank Father, I just go by energy. And I'm not saying that Caleb Plant don't want to fight David Benavidez, but you ain't call his name out. You feel me? You didn't call his name, man. Coach with his, you know what I'm saying? He always tell everybody, I got Benavidez over everybody at 168. And I got Benavidez over everybody at 168 too. But you know what I'm saying? It took me a while. It took me a while to get to that point. I'm there now. I got Benavidez, and the only reason I got him over Canelo is Canelo showing that he don't want to fight him. So if a man showed that they don't want to fight somebody, hey, I can't roll with you like that. But don't let me get money started up. Pretend like you didn't hear that. My man James Kelly coming through once again, stunned. He says, Plant can bring it. When his coach told him not to think about the crowd, be advised, my friend, by knocking him out was dog enough. Yeah, I think more so the knockout with Caleb Plant, he impressed me more so with his ring vision, right? And his IQ, knowing exactly what to do and when to throw that punch. Like I said, when most people throw a hook to the body, they come immediately after with the hook to the head, right? They double it up immediately. It's like a, all in one motion. Whop, whop. And he didn't do that. He came to the body. He waited for Dirrell to catch it. You know what I'm saying? He waited for Dirrell to return fire, and then he dipped all the way over, right, to where he wasn't really, his head was off the line, and then bam, came with the hook. And like I said, that was great ring vision, ring IQ, knowing what to do, when to do it at that split second. That take real skills. That's what impressed me.
Facts.
So yeah, man, that's pretty much all I got on that fight. I'm just want to see Caleb Plant and Benavidez fight, man. So y'all hit the like button. We're gonna move on. I'm gonna get through Wilder real quick. I'll go back to Wilder, in the next live. But man, Wilder came out and it was quick. I mean, what can you say? Wilder came out. Hellenius came out on Wilder helmet, trying to get Wilder back on the ropes, trying to, pressure Wilder. And hey, shit, one slip up, and Wilder didn't even get that punch extended all the way. Man, he came straight down the pipe with kind of like an overhand straight right on the nose, knocked Hellenius clean the fuck out. And one thing I gotta say, I would have liked to be able to see more from Wilder because really, what can you see? You know what I'm saying? He only threw 3 punches. I would have liked to see more from Wilder. But hey, you know, hey, salute to Wilder, man. That's my guy. Like, I fuck with Wilder more than anybody I do in boxing. You know what I'm saying? He the realest fighter in boxing by far. So salute to Wilder, man. I'm glad that Wilder was able to come back and do his thing. And now I think that Wilder's going to be back. He's all the way back because this is going to give him the confidence that he needed. I don't think Wilder needed to be in no knockdown, dragged out, you know what I'm saying, fight like that. He needed to be in a fight like this to where he went out there, didn't take no punishment, but got his confidence back up to the level where he needed to be. And salute to Wilder, man. He did his thing once again. And got back in the, you know what I'm saying? Just him getting back in the winning column. You know what I'm saying? He haven't had a win since, damn. When was the last time he had a win? Was it
19? 2019?
2019. So he hadn't had a win in a long time. So he just needs to get that W under his belt, get another big knockout, and yeah. So yeah, it is what it is. He put Hellenius to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Hellenius was laid out like the Undertaker, dog. When the Undertaker rise up out that motherfucking when the Undertaker is laid out and he just rise up, well, yeah, Hellenius didn't do no rising up. That's just what it was. My man James Kelly back again in that super chat, really showing out and showing love. He says, "Yes, sir. Plan is like a Kelly Pavlik." Hey, Kelly might do. I know Kelly Pavlik personally, man. Kelly Pavlik is my guy, but I wouldn't say that Plan is like a Kelly Pavlik. What I would say, James Kelly, because Kelly Pavlik had that fucking thump. Like Kelly Pavlik had that power. And Kelly Pavlik was more of a, you know, flat-footed 1-2. You know what I'm saying? He went 1-2. Kelly Pavlik was my guy. But I think that Kelly Pavlik was a lot more dangerous than Plant. Plant is more athletic than Kelly Pavlik was, you know, more quicker, more speed. Kelly Pavlik was more dangerous. Kelly Pavlik fucking hurt you. You know what I'm saying? He get you up out of there for real. And yeah, I never forget what he did to my man Jermaine Taylor. And my man back again, James Kelly, in that super chat, man. He says Wilder has heart. Yeah, Wilder got all the heart in the world. If you gave Anthony Joshua Deontay Wilder's heart, Anthony Joshua might be unbeatable. If you gave him the heart that Wilder got, he might be unbeatable. Detroit, BC, what's happening with it? But you got anything to add on that real quick before we move on, Money?
Nah, just like you say, I'm happy to see Wilder back in the win column, man. Like, for real. I'm happy to see him back in the win column. Like I say, he only threw 3 punches, and, you know, we get started on Wilder. He can take us elsewhere. You know, I want to get to the main topic. I don't want to just hold that Wilder situation because, you know, it can go far. But I'm happy to see him back in the win column. He did his thing. We'll see what goes next for him after that. Like James Kelly say, he got the heart of a fucking giant, bro. You know what I'm saying? He different than a lot of other dudes. He came back, got in there with Robert Hellenius, who is a fucking Viking warrior. The fight wasn't staged. He knocked his ass out with a beautiful counter shot, caught him flush on his shit, laid him out, and you know, shots out the Wilder. So we'll just see what's next for him, what's lined up for him. And now, you know, we'll talk and see him in another big fight to now where, you know, we'll see if Wilder back.
Yeah. And Box Talk in the building. What's happening, Box Talk?
Box Talk, what's going down, champ?
And the Queen, Karma.
And let me say this, Keith, man, shouts out to James Kelly for coming through, showing my brother love, man, because we don't get this often, you know what I'm saying? And I just want to say one thing, James Kelly, appreciate you, bro. If you could, You could send it to his cash app. Not it's love send it to the super chat, but you know we ain't used to these big time you know super chats like this. You know we ain't other people, so you know YouTube take too much fucking money out this money. So even though it look like you blessing Key, you blessing YouTube as well. So you can still send it with a message to Cash App or the PayPal. You know what I'm saying? I think that'll help more. But you know, salute to you for like you said, anytime y'all come through with y'all hard earned money, you know it's a blessing to show love, man. But if y'all could. When y'all got big donations like that, send it to a man Cash App or his PayPal because that can help him more than you know send it to YouTube. But either way, much love for the love, man. Because you know, like he said, this shit ain't easy. Motherfuckers spend a hard earned time giving out $1 million worth of game. You know, it don't hurt sometimes to show a motherfucker love.
Yeah, I appreciate you, James Kelly, man. Like I said, man. Like I said, I appreciate it, man. My man James Kelly back in the super chat. He says Pavlik had the sledgehammer style. Yeah, Pavlik he'll get you the fuck up out of there. Pavlik was scary. Like if Pavlik fought somebody, because I was a big Pavlik fan, but you know, Jermaine Taylor, you know what I'm saying? That's my hometown dude. So I'm rocking with Jermaine Taylor over anybody. Yeah, man, I was terrified when they had Jermaine Taylor fight Kelly Pavlik, and we seen what happened. But man, that was one of the greatest fights you ever could watch. They both hurt each other. Karma, salute to you, Queen. Let me see. She said, "Don't do AJ like that." AJ, man, if AJ had that hard like that, he'd be shit. He'd probably still be undefeated. But yeah, let's get into y'all hit the like button. Do me a favor and get into the like button because it's that time. You know what I'm saying? It's that time now. It's that time. Oh, yeah. I want all of the Bud Crawford fans to come to the front. I want all of the Bud Crawford fans to come to the front. Yeah. All of y'all come to the front. Yes, sir. Yeah. A moment of silence for all of the Bud Crawford fans. Matter of fact, I'm gonna send my partner OTB a link. I wanna hear his outtake because I ain't really got to watch it. I haven't really got to watch nothing lately except for Money Show. But I would love to hear OTB outtake on this. So if you want to grab that link, OTB, yeah. Yeah. Let's talk about it. All of the Bud Crawford fans to the front. Dundada, I wish your motherfucking ass would grab a link, Dundada. I would pay for Dundada to grab a link right now. I know he ain't gonna do it. But I would love for Dundada to explain this shit. Now, I gotta start off by saying, like I said earlier, in the beginning of the show, I want to apologize to everybody that I got on their helmet when they was coming through, saying that Bud Crawford a bitch and he a duck and he don't want to fight EJ. He ain't never want to fight EJ. He gonna duck and he a duck. And I kept telling people, man, nah, Bud ain't no, you know what I'm saying? Bud want to fight. I was taking out for Bud. Money was too. We were both saying, nah, we believe the man want to fight. And you had certain people who was coming, man, he a bitch. He don't want to fight. And I said, nah, he want to fight, you know. But y'all was right. The nigga didn't want to fight. He never wanted to fight. Right? First of all, he complaining. Well, let me get to these super chats before I really go in on his motherfucking ass. Before I really go in on his ass, let me get to this super chat real quick. My man James Kelly back in the super chat. He says, "Oh, I need to come live for Crawford what we gonna call him? Coward. You know what I'm saying? Bud Coward. Bud Coward. That's his name. Bud Coward. Yeah, that's his name. You know, that sounds a lot better. Bud Coward. Hold on. My man, and so let's talk about it, right? All of this shit he's doing, right? All of this first, remember money. At first, he ain't care about the money. I don't care about the money. Shit, I just want to show I'm better than Errol Spence. That was when Errol Spence, he said that shit when Errol Spence was in the streets fucking off. Oh, I just want to show it. I know I can beat him. If I was Errol Spence, I wouldn't care about the money. Oh, you don't see no link? Hold on. Let me make sure I send it to you again. Hold on real quick. Hold on. Let me send this to OTB once again. Hold on. Because OTB, he came in the door defending Bud Crawford. That's how he made his introduction to the world. He wanted to defend Bud Crawford. Now, let's talk about it. Remember, if I was Errol Spence, I wouldn't care what money I took. I'll take less money. I'll do this and that because I know I'm better than him. The money ain't an issue with me. You know what I'm saying? He should take less money. This, and that. All of that shit. Now, when Errol Spence is knocking at your motherfucking door, telling everybody he don't want to fight nobody but you. I want to go up to 154, but you know what? I'm not going up to 154 because I'm waiting on this nigga Bud. I'm taking his shit. Bud Crawford was pretending like he was all in the motherfucking water, calling out Errol Spence, where the big fish at? Now they get to negotiating, right? Now everything is wrong with the contract. You want more money. You want this. You want that. Ain't nothing right. You complaining. Then you get motherfuckers, right? Then you get motherfuckers to big boxing channels on your side to run with a motherfucking narrative. Telling everybody that you agreed to everything. He agreed to everything. You know what I'm saying? He agreed to everything. Everything. The fight gonna happen because Bud Crawford agreed to everything. So the fight on. It's all on Errol Spence. Bud said, yeah, he didn't sign. He didn't agree to. I sent you a link, Knockout. He didn't agree to everything, right? You got people behind the scenes telling me to say this shit. We talked to Bud personally, and we didn't see it. Bud agreed to everything. See, that's why I get mad because you got people behind the scenes telling me this shit so I can put out the information that Bud agreed to everything. When I was arguing with people before saying, I don't believe that shit. Ain't no fucking way Bud agreed to all of this shit that y'all saying that he agreed to. But you made sure, your team made sure that everybody ran with the narrative that you wanted everybody to hear. But see, in due time, the truth all comes out. In due time, the truth all comes out. Because all you got to do is sit back and wait a little bit. And when time goes on, the truth is going to come out. Now, Errol Spence told y'all a long time ago, when this fight going to happen, you're going to see why the fight going to happen. You're going to see who was holding up the fight. Bob Arum came out and said, hey, the fight's not going to happen. He told you Bud Crawford was difficult to work with. Bob Arum also came out and said, you know what? Bud doesn't care about fighting Errol Spence. Bud Crawford don't care about fighting top competition. This is what Bob Arum, his old promoter, said. He don't care. He just care about how much money he gonna get. He don't care about if I make an offer to Bud Crawford to fight Josh Taylor, and it's a big offer, we can get him over there in the UK to fight Josh Taylor. It won't be no problem because all he cares about is the money. Now, when you look at Bud Crawford's career, right? When you look at his career, you see, I'm not going to call them bums. You see C class after C class after C class after C class. You see no A class fighters on his motherfucking resume. And then you see Sean Porter that makes a pit stop on his way out of the sport and fights Bud Crawford. His whole motherfucking resume, you see C-class fighters. You don't see him stepping up, fighting top competition. You don't see him going out of the way to fight top competition. You see a lot of smoke and mirrors. You see a lot of lies told about everybody ducking Bud Crawford, but you don't see Bud Crawford making no effort to fight none of the top competition. And once again, you hear Bob Arum tell you he's not interested in fighting top competition. He's interested in the money. So you got all the Bud Crawford fans telling you that's a lie. Bob is just hating on him because he left Bob. But once again, y'all, in due time, the truth will come out. Now, for those who don't know, Bud Crawford kept complaining about the contracts. He kept putting more demands, right? In that term sheet, in the term sheet, he kept putting more demands. Well, Errol Spence and his team, they sent over all the demands that Terence Crawford wanted in that contract, right? They sent him what the fuck he wanted. And what did Bud do? He went silent. The nigga disappeared for 14 whole days and didn't say nothing. Right? 14 whole days and didn't say nothing. Now, a lot of news was coming out from Blue Blood, my man Blue Blood. That's my guy. Salute to Blue Blood. A lot of news was coming out, but I got to keep it 100. A lot of news was coming out from Blue Blood, and it was all pointed in the direction that Errol Spence's team didn't want to make the fight. It was Errol Spence's team that didn't want to make the fight. Terence Crawford is accepting everything. Terence Crawford is doing this. Terence Crawford is doing that. Terence Crawford is this. Terence Crawford is that. EJ's team don't want to make the fight. Y'all don't want to hold Errol Spence accountable. This is what I'm hearing. I'm just telling y'all what I was hearing. Y'all don't all of a sudden, y'all just don't want to admit it. Y'all don't want to hold Errol Spence's team accountable. So I'm just listening. I'm not saying nothing. I'm listening, right? I just want to see how everything plays out. I want to see how everything play out, right? And then, bam! It's an announcement. Bud Crawford, after he goes silent for 14 days, got Errol Spence waiting. You know what I'm saying? Got Errol Spence waiting at the motherfucking altar. It comes out that Terence Crawford signs with the same promotional company that Blue Blood Sports TV is affiliated with. These is just the facts. Terence Crawford signs with the same promotional company that Blue Blood is heavy affiliated with, that Blue Blood isn't heavy invested in. And salute to Blue Blood. You know what I'm saying? He doing his thing, making big moves, right? You know, Terence Crawford signs with that company. I don't want to say the name wrong. It's BLK. I think it's BLK Prime. BLK Prime, right?
Yeah, that's it, bro.
Right. So Terence Crawford, all the news was coming from their side. All the news was coming from BLK Prime for months. Now, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Terence Crawford is signed with them and fighting a motherfucking nobody? Avanesian? Wait, so you mean to tell me that you turned down Errol Spence fight, left him at the altar to fight David Avanesian? The same David Avanesian that already got the shit beat out of him by Egis Kavalauskas, the same Egis Kavalauskas that you stopped? Wait, hold on. It's all coming together. Let me go back. Let me backtrack, y'all. Bob Arum told us that he didn't care about what type of competition he was fighting. He only cared about money. So now it all makes sense. when he seen Errol Spence was really on his shit, the only way that he was going to get in the ring with Errol Spence is if they gave him a fucking offer that he could not refuse, because he don't want that competition. He don't want to put his motherfucking O on the line. He'll put his O on the line against a motherfucking Rudy Poo, like David Avanesian and all the other Rudy Poos he didn't fought. He ain't gonna put his O on the line against nobody like the Big Fish. And so they came to him, cut a backroom deal, and they probably been negotiating this shit for a while, because you just don't come out and negotiate a deal and get that a deal like this done in a couple days or a week or something. So they've been negotiating. Him and BLK Prime, they've been, you know what I'm saying? They've been getting this shit together for a while. Coming with stories, running with all these motherfucking narratives, making it like EJ don't want to fight, making it like Errol Spence team don't want to fight, while the whole time you doing what you've done your whole motherfucking career. Negotiating the deal to fight a fucking bum and getting paid for it because you're comfortable doing that. They protected you on Top Rank the whole time. Oh, here's another bum for you to fight. Terence Crawford. See, he's used to fighting C-class competition and getting paid a lot of money for doing it. So what do you think that he's going to do? He's going to continue doing that. Fighting C-class competition and getting paid for it because that's what he's used to doing. When they tell you that he wants to fight the top competition to show you that he's the best, well, you say, when has he ever done that? And now you look at what he's doing now. I don't give a fuck what he's getting paid. That man, if he really believed in himself, he would have went over there and fought Errol Spence and showed that he was better for all of the belts. But he didn't want to do that shit. He ain't want to do that because the man's a motherfucking fraud. He don't believe in himself. So go over there. And like I said, salute to Blue Blood. You know what I'm saying? Blue Blood, he doing big things, got the BLK Prime. So I'm not knocking, you know what I'm saying? Shit. If I was in Blue Blood position and I was affiliated with a company like that, hey, shit, I'll be glad to. So, you know, I'm not finna act like, hey, you know what I'm saying? That's that man money. I'll be glad to. But as far as Terence Crawford, nah, bro, you a fraud and you got exposed. And now what they trying to do, talking about, oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and fight. I'm gonna go ahead and fight this fight in December, and I'm still going. I still want Errol Spence in February. First of all, nigga, who the fuck do you think we are? You know good so motherfucking well you not finna fight in December and turn around and fight in February. That's a motherfucking lie. When have you fought in 2 months? You know what I'm saying? Turn around in 2 months and fight again. You a motherfucking lie. Knowing that they can't even set a fight up with you in no fucking 2 month span, right? Not knowing the outcome of the fight that you going into. This dude is a whole fucking fraud. You never wanted to fight Errol Spence. When you see EJ was on that shag shit, like I kept telling y'all, the nigga with the shag, he didn't want to fight the nigga with the shag. When you see him when he was back on this shit, that's when you start backpedaling. And you've been backpedaling the whole time. Your whole team been backpedaling. Fat ass Bomac been backpedaling. Y'all ain't want this shit. You know what I'm saying? And we see, and now you're not about to try to make Errol Spence stay at 147 pounds waiting on your motherfucking wishy-washy ass. Why the fuck would EJ stay at 147 now when he waited on you? This man been waiting since April for you to get this motherfucking deal done, right? Since April. And you think he gonna stay at 147 pounds when he been telling us years ago, hey, it's too hard for me to make this fucking weight. It's too hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just staying here because of Bud. I'm staying here for Bud. And you think he gonna fucking wait around on your wishy-washy ass to fucking stall him out again and not make a fight, man, fuck all that bullshit. EJ, move up to 154. Nobody waiting on your motherfucking tired ass. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is, bro. I'm sick of dealing with that dude, bro. I'm sick of dealing with that dude. You feel me? That's just what it is, man.
Facts.
You feel me? EJ, he got all the right in the world to move up. He don't need to wait on Bud no more. No waiting on Bud no more. Like I said, salute to the deal. You know what I'm saying? That blue, because I would have did the same shit. If I'm blue and I'm affiliated with this company, I'm doing the same shit. If I can get Bud, you know what I'm saying? If who I'm working with can get Bud, hey, I'm happy in the motherfucker. But as far as Bud Crawford, nah, bro. That you're a fraud and you've been exposed. That's just what it is. They need to move along and forget about him. Another fight, black eye on boxing. Another fight that we get.
Facts.
But you can't expect Errol Spence to wait around for this nigga no longer. He already showed you what he was. And my man James Kelly says, he says, I need to come live for Croc. Oh yeah, I read that already. But yeah, man, that's all I gotta say. You know, let me see
catch that super chat before I go. Okay, you got another super chat down there. You got another super. I said catch a super chat before I go. I think I seen another super chat down there.
Let me see. I missed it. I don't see it in here, man.
Damn, y'all, that motherfucker disappeared.
Who was it?
I forgot who it was. I know I saw it down there. I know he said.
I'm sorry. Whoever sent the super chat, I apologize. Is not coming up no more. Type it in the chat and I'll read it. Type it in the chat and I'll put it up and read it. I apologize. Whoever put the super chat, type it in the chat. People said KG, send Blue Blood.
Yeah, he did ask for the link.
In here? Hold on.
Yeah, he asked for the link.
Let me see. Let me scroll up, man. Let me see. I don't see. Oh, okay. What up, Blue? Let me see. I got you. I got you right now. Hold on. Jamel Kirk. Hold on.
Well, let me put my spiel in.
And like I said, man, you can't blame. I mean, like I said, who in here?
Well, it ain't
do the same shit. I'm not blaming Blue.
Nah, that's his job as a promoter. That's his job as a
y'all
promoter.
niggas blaming Blue. Bro. Y'all niggas blaming Blue. Blue ain't the one who stopped the fight.
It's about Terence Crawford and the way he moved.
This about Bud. Now, when I send Blue this link, we probably gonna disagree on some shit. But Blue don't got nothing to do with stopping the fight. You know what I'm saying?
That's his job as a promoter.
Yeah, because
to put his fighter in the best
that man
position.
waiting all alone. You had that man waiting all alone. Period.
Oh, hold on. Let me see.
I want to get my spill in, bro.
Yeah. You go ahead.
And
go
then
ahead.
play with the fans.
When I look at it like
my man. Hold on. Let me read the super chat real quick. Let me send Blue this link. Hold on. Damn. I don't know Blue. Damn. I don't remember Blues. Oh yeah. I remember Blues. Yeah. Hold on. I remember what it is. All right, Blue. I just sent you the link. And then let me read this super chat real quick. My man Speak say timestamp this and make it a separate video. Let me see. James Kelly says Blue Blood is good people. Yeah, hell yeah, that's my guy. That's my guy. Like I said, I'm not running. Blue Blood don't have the pull to stop no fight. Like Blue Blood wants to see this fight like everybody else.
Facts.
My man BL says Bud fighting on the dating app. Do we have to swipe right to watch the fight? Laugh out loud. If he announced yesterday, how long was he negotiating in bad faith? Like I said, bro, this shit just didn't happen in one motherfucking day.
I said that earlier.
So everybody that's giving Blue slack, he gonna have his thoughts on who's to blame for the fight and all that shit. That's his opinion. That's just like I got my opinion, And like Money got his opinion, but you can't blame Blue for stopping the fight.
Yeah, but Turnbull Crawford is to blame. Period, bro. Not yet. He on his way home. Yeah, Turnbull Crawford is to blame for the fight, bro. He had all the opportunities. Like when they negotiated shit like that, they sit up there negotiating, bro. Even before it got past the November 19th date, they could have came to a conclusion.
And Blue, I sent you the link too.
Yeah, they could have came to a conclusion before the November 19th date, right? So Earl said the man had me waiting for months. This ain't just happening, when we passed the November 19th date. This man had me waiting for months to get this shit done. And he still sit up here and beat around the bush. You know what I'm saying? Somebody want this and he want that. Everybody keep trying to blame PBC and Steven Espinosa and Showtime. I can't keep blaming the networks, bro. Because if Errol Spence ain't complaining about the money had to be good. Come on now, bro. The money had to be good. It comes down to them. Did they really want the fight or not? And like we said up here and agreed, I'm checking up for Bud. Oh man, the fight gonna get done. You know, it's negotiation tactics, things of that nature, fam. You know what I'm saying? It comes down to you being realistic, bro. You being realistic. If you wanted to tune up, just say you wanted to tune up. Or if you want to do something else, just say you want to do something else. That's why Errol Spence said, I could have fought in November. I could have fucking fought in November. Right? If you just came out with the truth, bro, you had me waiting for fucking months. Errol Spence being quiet, they doing business behind closed doors. Right? You come out to my you agree to how the fuck could you agree to everything, bro? And now we at this point. You know what I'm saying? How could you agree to everything? You accept everything. You say you verbally agree to everything, but now we at this point. You couldn't have agreed to everything, fam. You couldn't have. Because if that's the case, we'll be having a fight right now. November 19th would be the date. Or even maybe December. They would have pushed it to December, maybe. But November 19th would have been the date, bro. So it come down to him and Bo Max sitting at the table, bro. You know what I mean? Being greedy as fuck. Period. Right? Because I can't see them getting disrespected and not getting treated right. Everybody else get treated right, but now all of a sudden, Terence Bud Crawford come to the table and you know what? It's Bud Crawford. We're gonna just fuck him over. We're not gonna do Ugas. We're not gonna do Porter. We're not gonna do Mikey. We're not gonna do Danny. But you know what? We're gonna do motherfucking Terence Bud Crawford. Yeah, he's the one we want to fuck over. Yeah, come on, man, with that bullshit, bro. You know what I mean? Come on with that bullshit, fam. They said at the table, bro, this shit been going down for months. Errol Spence ain't just coming out saying this shit, fam. He ain't just coming out saying this shit. That dude is a real one. Now, we sitting up here, like you say, the boy went missing for 14 days this stretch. Who knows how many stretches he went missing for on other times when they sending him contracts and things of that nature to try to get this shit figured out. You know what I mean? It just come down to the point, did he really want the fight right now? Did Terence Bud Crawford really want the fight right now? No, being out the ring for as long as he been out the ring, they probably been feeling like they need to tune up to fight Errol Spence. Especially looking at Errol Spence getting him a fight in against Dennis Ugas, right? Looking what he did against Ugas, knowing he finna be in way better shape now, coming off the Ugas fight. See that the eye's in great condition, that he's holding up. You know what I'm saying? Niggas start getting a little bit worried then. God damn, it is possible that we can lose. You feel me? This dude is on this shit, he ain't fucking off. You know what I'm saying? Then they know Errol Spence only got one fight left at 147. The man been saying this shit. One fight left, and then I'm gone. I mean, he said this shit all the way back on Fred shit when he came on Fred. Once I get this last scrap, right, I'm going to go see what's up across the street. If they ain't talking about what they need to be talking about, then I'm going to 140. I mean, I'm going to 154, bro. Period. But he's staying at 47 to make this shit happen, right, for the people, for himself, because that's the fight he wanted. And he knows it's a good fight for boxing, bro. Win, lose, or draw. I'm out this bitch. You know what I mean? It's a good fight for boxing. Now they want to go, we gonna go fight David Amnesia. And then you know what? My objective. And then that's another thing he called himself in because they keep blaming the business of boxing. They say, well, you know, it's Al Heyman. It's Showtime. They don't have the money. But then in the article he said in fucking ESPN out his own mouth, right? Out Terence Bud Crawford's own mouth, he came out and said, well, Errol Spence didn't want to fight as bad as I wanted to fight. But you just said Errol Spence wanted to fight. Don't blame Errol Spence, right? He said don't blame Errol Spence. Blame the powers that be, right? I agree. This him. I agree to all their bullshit, and they've been dragging their ass for months. Spence was nowhere to be found while I was trying to make the deal. Crawford continued. I explained to Al Heyman and Earl that I was going to fight before the end of the year. David Ebenezer is a very tough task. He's knocked out his last 6 opponents, and this guy is dangerous. Once I'm successful against Ebenezer, my plan is still the same. Whoop Errol Spence ass. Man, get out of here with that shit. You know, so now you think you go double back to the table with PBC after you done fuck these people over, and now they really supposed to sit down and do business with you? Or was that your way of saying, you know what? I know they're not going to do business with me now, so now I ain't got to worry about Errol Spence. Now I can keep blaming
He said
the
he didn't get
business
it,
of
Key.
boxing. You know what I'm saying? I can keep blaming the
I'm
business of
texting
boxing
him right now. Blue,
right?
I'm texting you on your cell right now.
I can keep blaming the business of
You
boxing.
probably got a different
that
email.
This is not the reason why the fight is happening. Blame Errol Spence's team. Blame his team. You feel me? Everybody keep wanting to blame his team, but then he come out, he want to blame Errol Spence. Errol Spence didn't want the fight as bad as I wanted the fight. Well, do he want the fight or do he don't want the fight? You feel me? You say you can't, or I'm going to fight at the end of the year regardless. Well, when did you notify them about that shit? Because if that's the case, I'm quite sure Errol Spence had November 19th set in plan as well, to where he wanted to fight at the end of the year, just like you wanted to fight at the end of the year. Of course, you want your bag. That man want his bag as well. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, man, this come down to Bo Mac and Bud on that bullshit. Know what I mean? They been had things in play. They really didn't want to fight next. I don't give a fuck what nobody say now. I'm looking at everything. They didn't want to fight next on the simple fact of how things going. You know, they looking at Errol Spence on this shit, and Bud probably feel like they weren't ready. You know what I'm saying? But you tell Keith Thurman, oh, why do he need a tune-up? But you going out here and you getting a fucking tune-up. Errol Spence almost died. He gonna fight Danny Garcia, right? And now you and this motherfucker want to fight Devin Ebenezer. And nobody can sit up here and justify, oh, well, you know, he's this. I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. I don't want that man ain't no Terence Crawford level. He ain't gonna stand a chance. Ain't no success coming from Devin Ebenezer in the fight. So Terence Crawford gonna go in there and have a hell of a performance, everybody. He's gonna have a grand performance in Omaha, Nebraska. He can whoop this man's ass with one hand behind his back. He's gonna have a grand performance, and he's gonna stop this man to keep his knockout streak going, like everybody claiming. Oh, he's knocking out everybody. Yes, he's gonna have a grand performance. He's gonna be able to switch from orthodox to southpaw on these caliber opponents. And then they gonna come out, you see, his skill set is just, man, it's bad. And it's not knocking him. He's a bad motherfucker inside that square circle. But against these caliber opponents, you better do what the fuck you're doing against them. You understand? Put David Ebenezer in the ring with Errol Spence and watch what happened. But let Errol Spence would have came out and signed the David Ebenezer fight. They'll kill him. They'll crucify him. You know what I mean? Like, you could have went and fought your number one mandatory, and motherfucking Virgil Ortiz was looking for a big time fight. You feel me? So when we're looking at the situation now, oh, now he get another pass? Oh, because you want to stay busy? Huh? Oh, I want to stay busy and this, that, and the third? Nah, bro, not when you had the biggest fight in boxing right there on the table, and it's the closest that we ever been to this fight. All that, 5, 6, none of that shit ain't true. This is the closest we ever been to this fight, and it's probably the closest we ever gonna be. I don't think the fight happened now. I think Errol Spence, if he have a fight at 47, that's gonna be it. Then he go to 54, or he going to 54, bro. You can tell the disgust on Errol Spence, bro, about his shit. Like, he was caught off guard about his shit. The dude come out like, God damn, bro, like, man, we've been waiting for months, and I'm sitting up here thinking this nigga fit make the fight happen. So he's not taking no blame for nothing. Like everything he's doing is just so perfect. I'm at the table, I'm agreeing to everything. I want the fight. They stalled me all the way from April to now, and now they're still stalling me, and they want to take me into next year. How that shit sound, bro? That shit don't even sound logical. That shit don't even sound right. Doesn't matter if you're going for Errol Spence or Terence Crawford. That shit. So Errol Spence want to fight November 19th, but he gonna stall the fight all the way to November 19th, and now he want to stall the fight all the way to next year. Come on, bro. We gotta use common sense as well. The dude never probably wanted to fight. I don't give a damn what nobody say. We sitting up here, we blaming Errol Spence for everything. And I'm not saying that Errol Spence team don't hold no fault to probably some of the negotiation tactics, because nobody is 100% perfect in fucking negotiations. But you can't sit up here and convince me that these dudes want to stall the fight all the way to November 19th, then get to the date where they feel like the fight's supposed to take place, and then try to stall it all the way to next year. Man, y'all gotta miss me with that, bro. You gotta miss me with that. It comes down to Terence Crawford and Bo Mac, bro. Them probably not wanting to fight Errol Spence right away, and that's okay. But say that shit. Say it, because we could be looking at Errol Spence fighting in November, and we could be looking at you fighting in December. You know what I mean? But we can't just sit up here and keep blaming Errol Spence's entire team and just like, oh, it's just their fault and this, that, and the third. There's always two sides to every story, and the truth lies in the middle. It depends on what your truth is. But when we're looking at the situation, they keep pushing everything on Errol Spence's team, and that's that. We can't keep doing that, bro. That man got to be held accountable for some of the shit as well. So we listen to what's going down. Errol Spence say we've been on pause for months from this dude. This just didn't start now, for months in and months out. You know what I'm saying? So they business shit just went in order, bro. And it don't look like they wanted to fight their motherfucking self right now. And say that shit. Say it. You know what I'm saying? But don't sit up here and try to force it out like, oh, Errol Spence was nowhere to be found and this and that. Man, y'all niggas ain't sitting at the table with each other, across from each other. Y'all negotiating through lawyers and motherfucking managers and shit like that, bro. But I can tell you Errol Spence was blindsided by this shit. So that's how you know that man's saying some truth, bro. At the end of the day. And Terence Crawford, they ain't speaking all the truth. They made their deal. They doing what they doing. Salute to them, right? But don't try to bullshit the fans and the people, making it as if you wanted to fight so damn bad to where you was willing to accept any goddamn thing, 35, 65, but then your nephew come out and say that that's a fucking lie. So is that little motherfucker lying? Or is you lying? You know what I'm saying? And he talking about facts. It ain't no motherfucker 65, 35. You can get that shit out your head right now. You know, then they believe Floyd Mayweather when he said the fight ain't gonna happen. But when Floyd tell motherfucking Mike Carpenter that what he's talking about being transparency and all that shit ain't true, they want to believe that shit. So people want to believe what they go believe that fit their narrative to go along with what they want to go along with. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, man, we ain't getting a fight. That's all we know, right? We'll see what's next for Errol Spence. But after this stunt right here, I think the fight is dead. That's just my opinion. And I was with the fight, but I think the fight is dead, bro.
It ain't happening. And let me read this super chat from my man James Kelly coming through. Big bossing once again. He says, all I can say is, Bud, I hope you are hearing this and prove. And salute to my man James Kelly coming through, dropping another hundo. Yes, sir. And I appreciate you. Much love. Now we got blue. We got blue in the building. You know, we got blue in the building. I see everybody think that blue. A lot of people think that blue. They mad thinking that blue is the reason the fight ain't happening. Yeah.
Terence
You know, I want to, because people want to hear. People want to hear from blue. So you know, if you don't mind, OTB, I know you next in line.
Nah, hell nah. Go ahead, blue.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, blue.
What's shaking with y'all, man?
What's happening, man?
What up, bro?
So, man, I see. I'm looking at people in the chat talking about I could have told them. Y'all disappoint me, man. Y'all. Listen, man. The sport of boxing is the wild, wild west, and for one, I don't lie to nobody. I ain't lie to nobody on the panel. I don't lie to nobody in the chat. I don't got to make up stories. Blue is 10 toes down. I'm the same dude everywhere I go. So when people talking about like Jay Wash 4, I hope all of y'all keep the same energy moving forward. I hope y'all keep the same energy moving forward, right? So talking about I disappointed y'all, I ain't disappoint nobody. Y'all don't pay attention very well, okay? And so let me explain something to you, right? Errol Spence and Terence Crawford fight was not happening in 2022. And as far as y'all talking about, I didn't know anything. Let me explain something to y'all. Terence Crawford and David Avenesian signed at the 45 minutes before the fight was announced is when they signed. Right? So how the hell did I know anything? I didn't know anything. When it came to us, okay? When it was brought to us, and then we addressed Terence Crawford, right? And we said, okay, it looks like the fight, it was brought to our attention and to my attention that the fight is not going to happen. Okay? So let me explain this to people, because I know paying attention is expensive for people, but it's actually free. So the people that I see like William Old School and Jay Wash and all y'all that's supposedly Blue Blood Sports, y'all down with me from the beginning. I hope y'all keep the same energy moving forward. Right? So let me explain this to y'all, right? So when it was brought to our attention that the fight might not happen, BLK Prime has been my partners. This is nothing new, right? we signed Brian Norman Jr., right? Okay. We was moving forward with that. We trying to get in the boxing game, right? So when it was brought to our attention that there's a possibility that Terence Crawford and Errol Spence fight might not happen till next year, right? It might not happen till next year. So for everybody that's acting like they don't understand, this was something that Errol Spence as well knew that it might not happen till next year, right? Not this year, next year, right? Which means that Terence Crawford didn't fight since November of 2021 against Sean Porter, which means he would have been out the ring. And it was brought to his attention, right, that he won't be fighting till February or March of next year, of 2023, right? Okay, so his team wants to stay active. Terence Crawford's team wants to stay active, right? So a mutual party of Terence Crawford and BOK Prime, my partners, were contacted and said, listen, there's a possibility Terence Crawford might not fight this year against Errol Spence. If y'all trying to get in the game, is that something y'all would be interested in? Right? Okay, cool. It was brought to my attention. Is this a good idea to sign Terence Crawford? Would that be good to stage a fight for Terence Crawford this year if the Errol Spence fight don't happen this year? Right? So I said, yeah, if we could sign Terence Crawford to have him fight this year, it's a one-fight deal with us. He didn't sign a multi-fight deal with us. It's a one-off fight deal. Blue is 10 toes down everywhere I go. I'm going to die with this loyalty on my body, tatted all over my body. I'm always 10 toes down. And I don't got no reason to lie to nobody. So I said, hell yeah, if we can sign Terence Crawford to do, if he want to stay busy and stay active, let's get in contact with him, right? It's no secret that Terence Crawford don't even like Blue. But it's about business. So, okay, we got in contact with Terence Crawford. The first thing Terence Crawford said is, yeah, no problem. I'll listen to what y'all talking about, but I want to let y'all know up front, this ain't no bullshit. I ain't got to bullshit nobody. I ain't got to defend Terence Crawford. He a grown man. Terence Crawford immediately said, listen, yeah, I'll listen to what y'all got to say. But my number one objective is to secure the fight with Errol Spence. You can believe me or don't believe me. I really don't care. That's Terence Crawford words exactly. Right? So my partners got off the phone with Terence Crawford. They got out the meeting with Terence Crawford, came to me, said, hey, do you think this is something? He don't sound like he's confident in dealing with us. What should we do to prepare ourselves? I said, well, it depends how much time we're going to have. If he's dealing with negotiating with Errol Spence, it might happen. It might not happen. But for us, with Terence Crawford on the scale that he's on, we have to be prepared to be able to deal with somebody. He's not Brian Norman Jr. No disrespect or slight to Brian Norman Jr. That's on a whole different scale. Right? Okay. From that point on, we didn't talk to Terence Crawford, have any conversation with Terence Crawford for like a week. Right? Then it was brought back to our attention. They might have hit a snag in negotiations with the Errol Spence fight. Okay, cool. My partner said, listen, should we get back in contact? Let's see what he's talking about. If it's not happening, we are basing our stance on Terence Crawford, right? Based off of my mom's. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. You can still hear me?
Yeah, you good.
You good?
So we basing our stance off of we basing our stance off of Terence Crawford possibly fighting Errol Spence or not fighting Errol Spence. It's just an opportunity for us. We don't know if the fight gonna come to fruition or not. So for all you idiots in there talking about Blue knew already, how the hell would I know? I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna fight Errol Spence or not. I could just base off of the business part. Okay. So then it got down to the point where now my brother Keon knows this. So it got down to the point where they called us, right? and they like, listen, I'm sorry. We you know, we would have liked to entertain y'all, what y'all got going on, so on and so forth, right? But at the end, but we can't. We're gonna move forward, and I'm gonna agree to all the terms that Errol Spence want, so we can fight Errol Spence. Now, there's some things in the contract that we got to iron out. We're fighting Errol Spence, but we're gonna move forward with fighting Errol Spence. I'm gonna agree to all of his demands. His lawyer is saying this. Terence Crawford's lawyer is telling us this. We're gonna agree to their demands, right? Against many people's best wishes, right? Some people didn't think that he should agree, whatever, right? So Terence Crawford is going to agree. Okay, cool. No problem. It looks like we're going to go ahead with November 19th. Cool. We out the running. We focus on Brian Norman Jr. Didn't talk to Terence Crawford. Zero conversations with Terence Crawford, right? So for all you people that don't pay attention, now let me enlighten y'all. Now that it is known, right? At the time to Terence Crawford, he didn't even know I was a silent partner with BLK Prime, people. So when I saw Terence Crawford at 7-Eleven, right? And we had the conversation that I'm telling y'all about, right? Okay, so now Terence Crawford is telling me yada yada, so on and so forth, etc. Right? As far as I knew, at that point, he's fighting Errol Spence. Then he tells me they're not trying to make the fight. I told y'all what he told me in 7-Eleven. They're not trying to make the fight. Right? Jay Jackson, you are an idiot. That's what I'm going to tell you. You are an idiot to the third power. Right? I don't have to cap about shit. Maybe you're not a real man in your life. I'm a real man in my life. I don't have to cap about nothing. Not a single thing. To nobody. So I ain't got to cap about nothing. You lucky I'm even giving you this information. You should be lucky. You should be happy that I'm even giving you this backstory information, because it's all true. So then on top of that, right? So now moving forward, we out the Terence Crawford sweepstakes. We ain't got nothing to do with it, right? It's not happening. Not for us. He's fighting Errol Spence. Then we get word back that Errol Spence's team is not looking to make the fight happen to 2023. Well, Terence Crawford team wants to know, would it be possible? Because they're looking to fight in 2023. We want to fight this year. We ain't fight since November 2021. Could we squeeze in a fight in this short period of time for Terence Crawford to have a fight this year? Hence the reason why the paperwork that Keith Iddick put out there and said that they sent him a revised contract 2 weeks ago, right? That said it was revised for a deal for them to fight in 2023, not in 2022. So this is a fight for Terence Crawford to stay busy and active. He has a one-fight deal with BLK Prime. He's not signed a multi-fight deal. He signed, and Terence Crawford made it clear to us. His agenda is to fight Errol Spence. He don't want to sit on the shelf for this year. I don't care if you believe me or don't believe me. But he wanted to stay active for this year. So then we said, okay, can we make it possible to squeeze in a fight of this magnitude with us, who's new to the game, to stage a fight for Terence Crawford? Who's going to be a feasible opponent in a 6-week span? Right? Because the fight has to take place in Omaha in order for us, because it's a short period of time. We can't stage the fight in Vegas. We don't have time to promote no fights. We don't have time to do none of that. Right? So this is a fight that we trying to, so what's the best possible place for us to stage the fight? In this short ass period of time, it will have to be in Omaha, Nebraska. Right? Okay. Calling these 2 stadiums in Omaha, Nebraska. What dates do they have available this short period of time? And I can show proof to anybody that think I'm capping. I don't got to cap to nobody. I keep all receipts. So the short period of time to secure these venues in this short period of time, there's only 2 venues in Omaha. One was already booked up because of the NCAA finals or the NCAA tournament or whatever for women, right? The other one is halfway booked up for the NCAA women, whatever they having out there. The only date they had was December 10th. That Terence Crawford, like, listen, that's kind of late if I'm going to try to fight Errol Spence in the early part of 2023, but I got to stay active because I ain't fight since November of last year. So for all you idiots talking about, oh, Blue knew this all the time, you an asshole and an idiot. Pardon my language, Key.
You good? You
Right?
good?
How would I know all this time? He just signed yesterday. And hence the reason that you should know this and pay attention, right? You have to pay attention. David Avanesian was signed to fight, right? That's a contract that my company and my partner had to buy out. Keith Thurman is not going to take a fight with Terence Crawford right now on a 6-week notice. Okay? Jerron Boots Ennis, we have to deal with Showtime. And they want to be the mother rights. They want to hold all the rights, which means we would just be a silent partner. But we will have to put up the purse. Y'all should pay attention and be happy I'm giving you this information. We would have had to put up the purse for Terence Crawford and for Jerron Ennis, but Showtime would stage the fight. Right? Okay. So that takes Boots off the table.
Blue. Let me stop you real quick. Let me get to some of these super chats and I'll let you. And I got a question for you too.
Hey, Key, do me a favor, Key.
Yeah.
Because when my mother called, it turned my audio back. Can you take me out and bring me back in so my audio come back, right?
Yeah, I got you. Hold on. So just what? Just kick you, boot you, remove? I got to boot you then. Did that work or I need to boot you all the way?
Yeah, still up.
I probably need to boot you just... Hold on, kick from studio.
Hold on, I'm gonna go out and come back.
I bet. So my man Ant, my man 24 Ant said that was the super chat you missed, but it's all good, man. I apologize for that. When I was looking for it, it was gone. He said, I said Bud punk ass think he's slick, hoping Spence move up and vacate so he can fight for them vacant belts, then holler undisputed. Hey,
yeah, see, that's
what I'm saying.
See, this is not about Blue and his company, bro. You got more. It's about Terence Bud Crawford, bro.
Yeah,
to get to November 19th.
It's
about this nigga.
And then my man James Kelly says, I believe there's trouble in the camp, in the Crawford camp and team. And he says it is not Bud. He said it is not Bud. Something is going on behind the scenes. So James Kelly think it's trouble in the Crawford camp. I mean, bruh, I think that Bomac got a lot to do with what he tell Terence Crawford when they're negotiating, bro. He just do.
He the manager. Facts.
Let me bring Blue back in. I got a question for Blue. So Blue, I got a question.
Hey, Keith, let me address that too, right? It ain't Bomac. Bomac ain't nobody in contact with Bo.
But I'm saying Bomac and Crawford is in contact with each other all the time. And I think that
but Terence Crawford have a whole nother person, it's not up to me to reveal, that handle all his stuff that ain't got nothing to do with Bomac.
Oh, okay.
Trust me.
Well, I got a question for you, Blue, right? Because a lot of people are saying and looking at it, including myself, like, okay, well, if he didn't want to be sitting on the shelf, right, and have to wait to fight to 2023, I mean, that make a lot of sense. But what makes a lot of sense also is that he had a chance to take fights and he was insisting on, no, I'm not taking no fight. Errol Spence fought in April. He ain't fought since November. So since November, he could have fought somebody. He could have took a warm up. He didn't have to be on the shelf all this time.
Yeah, but that's the thing. So that's why I'm trying to explain to people. Like, Bud is all in on making it. Yo, there was times that he goes. We call. He wouldn't answer us for 3-4 days, at all. Not even a single text. Not nothing. And then we would return. This is all facts. Y'all know I don't cap for nobody. We trying to make this fight with Errol Spence. So when people are saying that he had this lined up, he didn't have this. This is all in the twilight hour. That's a fact. That's a fact. It's big facts. I in the twilight hour. The fact is, ask Mike Coppinger when he got that information to put it out for ESPN. He gonna tell you 10 minutes before he put it out.
So Blue,
that's the situation.
Let me say this real quick, Money. Let me say this real quick, because a lot of people, I don't know. I'm not even gonna ask you because this might be something that you don't want to reveal. But it's a whole bunch of rumors coming out saying that he, that he is getting $10 million to fight David Avanesian. I'm like I said, I'm not telling you to say what the man is getting because I'm pretty sure but those are rumors. So I say that to say this: when people say that he getting $10 million to fight David Avanesian, well, a lot of people think like, hey, you ain't came up with no $10 million deal in one day or whatever.
Right. So yeah, he getting big money for it. He wanted big money for it. And this is what happens, right? My partners felt, hey, can we make a splash signing Terence Crawford? We give him big money. The problem is not them, my partners, giving anybody else big money. It's giving everybody else big money in a short period of time. And can we promote it? Can we give Keith Thurman $10 million right now? And Keith Thurman going to be ready to fight in 6 weeks? That's not going to happen. And so they're going to lose $20 million now. Right? Or let me explain something else, right? Because and I'm going to say this, right? Because I can. It's my partners, right? A lot of the other promotional companies see us, talk to us, and feel like they're the big dogs on the block. And so they feel like they don't have to respect us. Hey, Matchroom wanted to be a partner with this, right? Okay, Matchroom want to get in, but they want to be in the driver's seat, right? Or even with other fighters that we sign, right? Other companies come in. Or we have people coming when we sign Brian Norman. Oh, y'all got Brian Norman. Yeah, basically, y'all don't know what to do with that. Y'all should let us do it, right? So right now, right, with this situation with Crawford, right? Oh, y'all got interest in signing Crawford and making a tune-up fight. Oh yeah, we got a fighter, but we gonna need to be in driver's seat. But we got to pay the purse. So these are the things that are happening behind the scenes that people are not paying attention to. And I'm putting y'all up on game behind the scenes shit, and y'all not even paying attention. This is happening across the board, right? So what I'm telling y'all, Terence,
you gonna come down too. You gonna come down too if they call me back in a minute.
I don't know what happened. I had to step away for a second, but everybody still there?
Yeah.
Let me read this super chat real quick so I don't miss the super chat. My man Crunk Juice says, I'm mad as hell. He says, Blue going to do what he have to do business-wise, but the fans ain't happy with he said the fans ain't happy with none of it. Bud is a damn lie. How could you accept all terms and contract going back and forth? EJ straight, he said EJ straight all the time. And salute to my man Crunk Juice in the super chat.
See, that's the thing.
Hold on, Money. Let me respond. Money. Let me respond to these two things real quick, right? For Karma Serene said that she don't think this happened in a short period of time. Like why I gotta sit here and lie to y'all about having this in a short period of time? Like, just there ain't nobody else even feel the need to explain anything to y'all. I'm telling you what happened in a short period of time. I don't gotta sit now. I ain't go to sleep till 6 o'clock in the morning. Why I gotta sit here and lie to you and say It happened in a short period of time. It happened in a short period of time. That's just the facts. And the great brother saying that he's disappointed. Well, y'all not paying attention. Let me explain something again. Again, even if Terence Crawford wasn't fighting David Avanesyan, he will not be fighting Errol Spence until February or March. Y'all not paying attention. If he didn't fight David Avanesyan right now in December, he still won't be fighting Errol Spence until February or March. Y'all not paying attention. With or without him fighting David Avanesyan, he still will not be fighting Errol Spence until February or March. And might be even later than that.
17 months.
All right, so that's the thing, bro. That's what everybody got a problem with Terence Crawford, right? It ain't got nothing to do with him going to make the deal happen. What happened in a short period of time, none of that shit. You can't sit up here and tell people that you agree to everything, then turn around and speak out your own mouth and say they don't want to make the fight. Okay, I agree to everything, but they don't want to make the fight. So you say y'all went from negotiating from April all the way to November. From April to November, right? When Errol Spence say you've been bullshitting for months on end, like you say, he ghost y'all, right? Who knows how long he been ghosting them people, then get back to him, then talk. Now we know shit take time, right? You give it to your lawyer or whomever you say you got a new manager that ain't Bomac. We know Bomac used to be the manager, so now he switched over to somebody else, right? So like they say, maybe they having a conflict of interest of what's really going on and what they want to do. But it comes down to the situation with Terence Crawford to where you saying you did one thing. Okay, I agreed to everything. You said that they even came back and told y'all, okay, we go agree to everything that they say. We're going to accept this deal that they talking about. So how can y'all accept the deal, right? You can say verbally, sign the pen, however you say y'all accept the deal, then come back and say, you know what? They don't want to make the fight. Because evidently, if you accept something, that means, okay, well, we're agreeing to this, and now it's on the crack. And so you can't sit up here in one voice and say, okay, I'm accepting everything. 65-35, we doing this. Then come back and say, you know what? They don't want to make the fight happen, right? So they're just saying something with Terence Crawford that it wasn't something ain't adding up on his behalf. It can't be adding up on his behalf. Now, to get all the way to this point, to November the 19th now, right? Now, we know, okay, now they come back with another deal that's going to stretch out to next year. But what happened in that time frame of them waiting on your ass to make the fight happen for November the 19th? Because now we all know that it was a true date. You've been saying it. We've been hearing it. I heard it from people that it was a date. Other people come now saying November 19th, things of that nature, to where that was a fact. November 19th was a fact. And for him to come out and say he's agreeing to everything, they had to be in a time period for that November the 19th date. So his ass had to be capping and bullshitting about some shit as well. That's why I say he's not telling the whole story. This don't have nothing to do with him signing to you. And everybody pissed off because it's about who he fight. And he going over there to fight over there. And everybody looking at who he fight. So, you know, people go being all about this shit. You know what I mean? This is just boxing anyway. If it ain't Terence Crawford, help with somebody else. We all understand it's the business of boxing. Business happen like this. But it still falls back on Terence Crawford ass as well, bro, about him. He's saying one thing and he doing exactly another. So his shit don't add up neither, bro.
But that, all right, so now this is what I'm trying to tell people, right? Top Rank gives him money guaranteed, right? So you don't have to see what they make and earn. There's only two fighters, right? I'm gonna say this, right? There's two fighters that get to know everything. That's Deontay Wilder and Canelo Alvarez.
Where the other piece at?
Right? Okay. When they telling you, right? Regardless if you want to agree with him or not, if he say I'll take a 35 split, no problem, right? I want to see 35% of what, and then I tell you I'm not gonna show you 35% of anything.
I know where they crabbing at. You know where to go.
You gotta mute.
Hey, you gotta put your shit on mute, coach. All right, go ahead. Let me, you know what? Hold that thought real quick, Blue. Let me get through some of these super chats and then I'm gonna let you get back to it. My man, Al Duro says the problem people have with Blue is that he had some. He said he had some knew the possibility of things from Crawford's side, but painted a negative light on Spence. Blue don't know Spence business. If so, speak on it. And then before you respond to that, Blue, let me get to another super chat I got in here. My man Crunk Juice says, yes, we hear that. But EJ said Bud been dragging his feet and they could have fought in November. So EJ a lie? Question. And then let me see. My man Jay Miller says, we understand. Hold on. Let me put this up there so people can see it. And then my man Jay Miller in the super chat, he says, we understand what you're saying, Blue. However, fans highly doubt the PBC and Errol will still negotiate with Bud after this. He says EJ versus Bud is over. And then let me see. Hold on. See if there's anything else I missed. I think that's it. Okay. Go ahead.
All right. Now check this out, right, Keith? So now they just said that they sent him a revised contract 2 weeks ago, right? To satisfy what he wanted, right? But they've been negotiating for 7 months. So why did you just send a revised contract 2 weeks ago? If you knew what it takes to make the fight happen, right? Now think about this. If they sent a revised contract 2 weeks ago, that's the beginning of October. So you sent it knowing that it ain't going to happen in November. Knowing that it's going to happen in 2023. So why didn't you send the revised contract with the quote-unquote everything he wanted more than 2 weeks ago? Why didn't you send it and get it right from the beginning? If you've been dealing with him from April, right? Okay, you knew what he wanted from April. So how come we didn't send a revised contract 2 weeks ago, more than 2 weeks ago, to secure the deal so we could get the biggest fight in boxing going on?
Because things change, Blue. Things change.
What?
He said,
No.
Hold on, money. Because you said, I got you. But you said to revise. But he said out his own mouth that he agreed to everything. So how can you agree to everything and then now you want more shit? So you can't have it both ways. Because now we say why would they send him a new contract? Because first he said he agreed to everything. So then when he come back and say he want new shit, so evidently he had to be going back and forth and want more shit in the contract as well. So we see, that's why I say we just can't say it's on the Errol Spence side, because if you say, okay, the lawyers even told you we're going to agree, and these the lawyers. So when the lawyers do that means sign, sealed, and deliver, right?
Right. Terence Crawford wanted to know what's 35% of what? 35% of what? That none of us on this panel ain't gonna take no deal.
So do
if I tell you money right now, money.
Yeah, I gotta know what's in the pot of gold.
Do we know if it was 35%? His nephew said he won 35%.
Oh, fuck what his nephew talking about. I'm telling you, his lawyer told me. I never mind what his nephew talking about. I'm talking about what his lawyers and everybody. Right? So now check this out, right? If his lawyers is dealing with the contract, Terence Crawford don't deal with the contract, his lawyers do. So okay, so now check it out, right? Now, granted, I'm gonna say this, dude. If I'm not sitting there, do we know for a fact, right? Oh, okay, we don't, right? What I'm saying to you is this, right? 35% of what? Not a single person on this panel is going to accept that if you don't know what it is. If I say money, I'm gonna pay you based off of how many tickets we sell in this arena and how much money we garner in this arena, and at the end of the night, I'm gonna just give you a 35% of what?
Well, Blue, we already know how PBC been getting down. Everybody.
But we can't give up. But we can't. Hold on, money. Hold on. No. We can't give them a pass for that.
I got you. Hold on. It's not giving them a pass because we all know when PBC do business, right? We know what they get on the front end, and then we know they get a percentage on the back end. When they get that percentage on the back end, we don't come back to them and be like, okay, so 50% of what or 45% of what? It's you get 35% if this what he's saying it's supposed to be 35% because we don't know. I'm not gonna just go for, but you say the lawyer said right. So if it's 35%, you're gonna get 35% of the back end of what's coming in. Like this ain't the first time we know this business going down with PBC, bro. We know how to
understood. My thing is this. It's 5 of us on this panel, right? If 3 of us want to take that deal, cool. If 2 of us don't, cool. You can't blame either side.
Well, then that's what I'm saying. So he can't sit up here. Don't make it like they fuck because the notion.
No, but what I'm saying is
when we say that, okay, when we say we can't blame either side, well, we don't.
No, I didn't
say one side was fucking them over. Then.
No, but I never. But that's the thing. I never said they was fucking them over.
No, not you. I'm just saying, just in general, because people saying, well, they lowball them and this and all that shit.
Right. So my thing is this. My thing is this. Right.
Yeah, I do too.
If he want to accept it, cool. If he don't want to accept that and they want to show him whatever, cool. It is what it is. My thing is this. If money, okay, we know this, right? If you dealing with a woman and she say, yo, listen, you got to be able to do X, Y, and Z to be with me, right? You know this all this time you're trying to be with this woman. You got to do X. She ain't never changed her stance, right? Now you wait till you see in the twilight hour, all right, I'm gonna do it. And she be like, oh, well, why didn't you do it from the beginning? Now let's just wait until I have freedom. You can't blame her. So my whole thing is this, right? It's like this. So when people saying, oh, you knew, Terence Crawford, I can tell you this 1,000%. He had no deal in place, at least not with us. I could guarantee you that I could show facts. I could put my life and my kids and my wife's life on that.
So now that he do with y'all, Blue, given the big payout that y'all gave him, are y'all worried about pay-per-view buys and his ability to sell on pay-per-view in the past?
Of course, they got it. You know what I'm saying? When you putting out that much money, you dig what I'm saying? You gotta be wary. But the thing is, you know what I'm saying? They willing to make a mark to get into the sport. So we're gonna take a loss. Cool.
Okay.
The thing is, can we take a $20 million loss? No. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If we're gonna break even or take a $1 million loss, cool.
It's worth it to get in the dough.
To let people know that we serious about the sport. You know what I'm saying? So this is the thing that people not understanding, right? We just trying to let people know that we serious about getting in the sport. It has nothing to do with us trying to stop Errol Spence or secretly having a fight for Terence Crawford already in place. So he ain't want to really fight. That's not the case at all. That's a figment of everybody's imagination. I can promise you that.
Yeah. This
was a Twilight last hour. Hey, yo, listen.
Yeah.
Exactly. And guess what? It just hey, the venue open for this date. Can we use this date? Yeah. I can tell y'all right now. This is a true story. We don't, and I don't even know if I should say this, but I'm gonna tell y'all, listen, we still setting up the press conference. So how the fuck we don't, if we had everything set, I would tell y'all right now. Cause guess what? It banks on making money. So I would tell y'all, hey, listen, go right now and we going to do X, Y, and Z. It's still being ironed out. That's because it's the last second to Terence Crawford is just like, yo, listen, I know people want to see the fight and frustrated and all that, and I'm cool with that. I want to see the fight just like everybody else.
Why David Avenesian, no Blue? Why David, out of all people, why David Avenesian? Where did that come from?
Good question.
Because so I was looking at, I'm like, all right, can we make it with Boots? We can. Not in 6 weeks. And Showtime want to be in control. So it wouldn't be BLK Prime. It's going to be a Showtime event. You see what I'm saying? So that takes him off the table, right? I'm just looking at the ranking system. You understand what I'm saying? Conor Benn is off the table. Virgil Ortiz, Oscar De La Hoya, Golden Boy, flat out ain't happening. That's the answer. Flat out. Hey man, y'all got any interest? That's not happening. Right? Not even an option to even negotiate. Okay, that wasn't happening. Virgil Ortiz ain't happening. Mm-hmm. Right? Keith Thurman wants $7 million to $10 million. Is he in shape? Can he do it right now? Is that going to be possible? And we have to get the okay from Al and the PBC. Is that going to happen? Are they going to pivot from this negotiation with Errol Spence right now in the short period of time and pivot to make a fight with Keith Thurman? They're not going to do it, right? Right.
So that takes like Rashidi Ellis.
He's under contract with the PBC too.
Yeah, he with PBC.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that, again, that comes into Fox and Showtime, which we will have to respect, right? Because they're the grandfathers. Who are we to come in and be like, yo, we want Rashidi Ellis to fight Terence Crawford on our platform? They're gonna be like, hey, they don't even want to do that with the zone right now, let alone with us that never even staged the fight. They're gonna be like, yo, bro, we the big dogs on this block. You know what I'm saying? So I just went down the list in the ranking system. I say, yo, David Avanesian is ranked number 4 in the WBC. David Avanesian is ranked number 8 in the IBF. David Avanesian is ranked number 6 in the WBO. Makes sense. Is he gonna break bank? Let's reach out to him. David Avanesian got a fight November 19th. We up against the clock. Is it even worth trying to pay him? Because now, who is there that Terence Crawford could even fight? Because I'm gonna tell y'all, Terence Crawford wasn't even trying to hear fighting David Avanesian. So when people's like, "Oh man, it took convincing," like, bro, in this short period of time, it's either you gonna fight this dude or you ain't gonna fight this year. Because ain't nobody else even available or feasible at this time. Boots is under contract with Showtime, right? So Boots is not gonna break bank. Right, I got a relationship with Bozy and Boots. I'm like, listen, you think that's feasible? But we got to deal with Steven Espinosa and Showtime. They're gonna Boots is the darling. Obviously, he the future. Right, he the future, right? Or you gonna put the future in the ring and we the A side and we controlling it with a company that you never even heard of? Like, let's be real. I believe in. It's my partners. I believe in them. I believe we're gonna do big things. But Showtime is already established. I'm putting Boots in the ring with Bud Crawford, right? And y'all gonna control this? And who are we? What are we supposed to do? In 6-7 weeks? What part do we play in this? Oh, we will have to be in control. So then, how do we stand the game and do anything? No, we don't lose. Guess what we turned into? Just a name on the promotion.
Now,
we ain't nobody. We ain't nobody.
Blue. Now let me say this, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you come out and you know the video, I mean, you know the interview and what Bud Crawford said, right? Was a year ago, 2 years ago, whenever the fuck he said it, right? When you come out and you say that, I basically, if it was me, I fight him for any type of money. It ain't about the money. I just want to show everybody that, that I can beat him, that I'm better. But then when the fight is in your motherfucking face, you do the exact opposite of what you said you would do. So that shit, to me, you got to be a man of your word. Like you said, you have to be a man of your word, because when the fight came to your face, you did the exact opposite of what you said you was about, right? Now it was all about how much money I'm making. How much money can I get? Money, money, money. It wasn't about showing that you was better no more. It wasn't about being undisputed no more. He backtracked on everything he said. That's why I can't respect that. If he had never said that, then my tune would be different. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Get the most money you can. It's a dangerous fight. But he said that.
Let me say something.
Oh, can I say this, right?
Go ahead,
Omar Wale Perry said, damn well they ain't reach out to Boots. Didn't I just say we didn't? Y'all have a hard paying attention is too expensive. I just said there was no point in doing that.
I got a question.
He would have fought Boots anyway.
So who is David Avanesian signed to, Blue?
Match
no, he signed the Queensberry Promotions.
So he signed to Queensberry. So y'all had to reach out to Queensberry?
We had to reach out to Frank Warren.
Okay.
Let me read this real quick. Let me read these super chats real quick, and I'm gonna let y'all go. My man,
let me congratulate you, Blue. Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
I appreciate you.
Facts.
That's big. James Kelly says,
huge, Blue.
Bud, please be here in order to prove the negativity is wrong. Yeah. I mean, Bud probably know here. And salute to my man James Kelly coming through once again. My man Crunk Juice coming through once again. He says, Blue, do you really think Bud would have fought Boots? Even Boots agreed to fight now. No, he said, even if Boots agreed to fight now, no matter what, hell nah. I don't think he would have fought Boots. But that's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I'm not Bud Crawford, but I don't think he would have fought Boots.
So I said this before the Eugenics Ugas, and Key and Money OTB is all that a witness. I told y'all before Errol Spence fought Ugas that he was gonna be a problem making this fucking fight. He was gonna be a problem making this fight. It's amazing how he can make a fight in 6 weeks. It's been months. Right? And you made this fight in how long, Blue?
And it was like a little over 20, about 20 a day.
So now
Day
you
and
got
day.
all of this. You done made a fight for Terence Crawford, and they've been negotiating for months, and they couldn't get this fight done with Errol Spence, but you can make a fight with David Avenesian. That shit is amazing to me. So Blue,
But
y'all must be some better motherfucking negotiators than motherfucking PBC and Al Hammond and them, bro.
no. Let me tell you what it is. Right. This is what it is. Right. Is that we willing to go above and beyond to make a splash, opposed to that PBC is established. We just trying to make a name. Right. So us giving him $10 million. You know what I'm
So what
saying?
David Ebenezer, man, he gonna take it.
Right. So we just trying to make a splash. Where PBC may say, "Hey, bro, they have." Okay, so coach,
It's
this
a
is the thing, right? We just trying to get a name to let the world know we about this business, and we do have the funds, and we looking to make it happen. You understand what I'm saying? Where PBC have leverage, they can be like, "Listen, I don't gotta pay you X, Y, and Z. They already established. They ain't making a name for themselves." And maybe people can say, "Hey, y'all overpaid." You know what I'm saying? You went above and beyond, and I'm gonna tell you this: we may have even overpaid David Avenesian. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so just for us to be able to put our name out there and get our name out there. You understand what I'm saying? So it's going
But
to
I
be
mean,
easier
you
for
doing
us.
what
Like
you
for
doing what
instance,
you
right?
gotta do, Blue. I understand
But
that.
for instance, coach, check me out, right? Errol ain't fighting in Omaha. You understand what I'm
But
saying?
like I said, you doing what you gotta do. I
Right.
understand
But
that
but but
part.
but but
But
but
my
but, but
point is this.
just hear me out, coach. Listen to this, right? We giving Terence Crawford. We gonna let you fight in Omaha. We gonna give you $10 million. We gonna let you fight in your. You understand what I'm saying? We're negotiating with Errol
I
Spence is
understand
a
that.
neutral. It's a neutral thing. So of course he's gonna accept all that because we concede into everything he wants. You understand what I'm saying? Opposed
Yeah.
to him having he's negotiating. Okay, let me say this. He's negotiating with PBC. He's not negotiating with us, if that makes sense.
Right.
But he was
But the
supposedly
bottom
supposed
line
to,
is this though.
supposed to accept. That's why I say with him, he was supposed to accept everything. That's why I say when we look at him, and I heard what you're saying, Blue. When he say things like, "Oh, they should have been got it right the first time." Who knows how hard he's been with? I mean, who knows how hard he's been to negotiate with? Like Coach said, because he could have said some things and then switched some shit up and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Because his ass just ain't free, bro. Like scot free. That's why I say he
But
he
not
doing
only
what he
that,
doing
money.
and
Let's
shit
think
like that.
about it
Yeah.
like this. The bottom line is he gonna make way more than fucking $10 million against Errol Spence. He
Yeah,
gonna make more
that's a
than $10
fact.
fucking million against Errol Spence. But you
He
can
okay,
go
and let me say this. Let me say this, right, coach. Let me say this, right, coach. He very well might, right, but he's guaranteed to make it. What we giving him. So with fighting Errol Spence, you might make $10 million, more than $10 million, based off of what the fight do. Which now, obviously, coach, we feel like the fight is going to sell very well, right?
Hell
I have
yeah.
no doubt. I think Errol Spence, Terence Crawford, going to do 800,000 pay-per-views. And some people could say I'm crazy, but I think that it's the most anticipated fight, right? So I expect them to do massive numbers, right? But what I'm saying is it's just not guaranteed, right? Well, with us, we're going to guarantee him 10 million right now.
Yeah.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah, and then not just
yeah,
guarantee him
I
10, not
don't.
just guarantee them 10, guarantee them
So
10 to
there's no
fight
front
David
end money.
Ebenezer.
There's no front end money for
And,
the
and,
That's
fight.
the
and,
front end,
and,
coach.
and money, and on top of that money, at home.
Yeah, that's the front end, coach. The 10 million
So
is
you gonna
the
guarantee?
front end.
So you gonna
and
guarantee?
at home.
No, what I'm
And
saying
at
is,
home.
Yeah, a home
did he have
fight.
any front end money with the PBC?
Or
I'm
Of
sure he
Ain't
course,
safe
got
to
front end
say
money coming with
early.
the
of course,
PBC too.
he
of
well,
course.
listen, I don't know what I know what I was told. There's is nothing but
Well,
Salute to you on that on the venture though, Blue man. That's epic, bro.
Yeah, I mean, congratulations and good luck in your endeavors. I have no
hey
question
man,
about
hold
that.
on.
I'm just
Let me say
worshiping
this.
Terence Crawford
Let me
because I would like to know was there.
hey man, let me say this right.
Go ahead.
To Jay Cooley, right? Talking about wow, now you doubting he not going to make money, but months ago the content energy was different. Did I just say you motherfuckers is retarded? And I hope all y'all keep the same energy when it comes to when on my platform. I hope y'all keep the same energy. I ain't never said the fight wasn't going to do no money. If you pay attention, it's not hard to pay attention, right? I just said that we just guarantee him. There's a difference between not knowing and guaranteeing, right? I believe that him and Errol Spence is going to make buku money. I believe the fight going to do 850,000 pay-per-views, right? I believe it's going to do 850 upwards. I believe that Showtime and PBC should give Errol and Spence and Errol and Bud $20 million a piece. That's how much I believe in them. If you're gonna give it to Canelo, give it to Errol, give it to Bud. I believe in the fight. I ain't never said the fight wasn't going to sell. If you niggas pay attention, y'all be pissing me off, man. I didn't say it wasn't going to sell. I just said that it's the difference between me saying, nigga, here goes a guaranteed 10 million, opposed to me telling you how the fight does, based off of the fight, you're gonna get 10 million. There's two different things.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it 100. If you business wise,
Yeah,
you can't
business.
turn down the deal like that. That's a motherfucking hell. You finna pay me 10 mil to fight
And that's
this
why I
dude?
said earlier,
Now I
you
know I'm
gonna
finna
call
go
it
in
a
there and
duck.
walk all over, and I ain't even damn near got to break a sweat. Yeah,
It's a
give me that.
golden duck.
Give me that, right? Give me that. So I mean, business wise, that shit is that. You know what I'm saying? He need a fucking trophy for
Yeah,
Yeah,
being a
at this
but my
businessman. He
yeah,
like,
question is,
at this
has
but
he
point,
hold
got
on,
man.
hold
any
on, hold on,
front guaranteed
hold on,
money?
hold on, real quick. My man Crunk Juice in the super chat. Let me read this. He says, well, first let me read my man James Kelly. He says, BB, be advised, my friend. And salute to James Kelly coming through once again, man. And then my man Crunk Juice says, this reminds me of Wilder and AJ. Karma is a bitch. That's what I think that's what he was trying to say. But and then my man James Kelly, once again, he says, had to say what up to Blue Blood and appreciate him for bringing the knowledge. Yeah, most definitely. But and salute to my man James Kelly once again. And but yeah, like I said, man, $10 million
Man,
to fight a David Avanesian walk in the
I
park.
just
That's smart. That ain't what we want to hear. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Or you can make, let's say, 10, 15 million and go in there and get your motherfucking eye socket took by Errol Spence. I mean, it's a no-brainer to me.
Well, as a
No,
Bud
yeah,
fan,
but
the
let me
I
say
gripe
this.
but
now
Key, but
become
Key, I
if you
don't,
was gonna take a tune-up fight,
bro.
you should have took
You
one
ain't gonna make me
earlier in the
believe.
year.
You're not gonna make me believe that they didn't offer him upfront money, all in the fucking back end money, and a percentage of that. Ain't no fucking way. I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
Well,
Well,
my
well,
thing with
coach,
that, coach.
that's
I
Hold
don't
on, let me
irrelevant
say
know
this,
what
OTB.
Blue
Let me
unless
say
know,
this,
it's more
but
OTB.
than
I do
10
know this.
million.
I don't
See, my
believe they
thing,
ain't
my
offered
thing, my
no
thing with that
front
situation is
Bro,
too, like, cause right. So when we see, PBC and they format a way, and we've been watching PBC for a while, so we all know how the business go with PBC. So this shit ain't new, and we ain't gonna act like this shit is brand new. You know what I'm saying? So we know how PBC format go. We know how they put the money up front, right? Either 2 to 3 up front. With Bud, Steven Espinosa is gonna be as high as up front. But we know how the money come in on the back end. We know fighters always praise Al Heyman for that back end money. Always. Now for Terence Crawford, we have to say yes. It's something new to him because he never did business with PBC. Like Blue said, okay, we have to agree that yes, he's used to getting upfront money. he is used to getting upfront money. You know what I'm saying? That's his business. That's how he get down, right? That's the format. So yes, when you're throwing money in front of him, you see it right there, you can touch it. True, to where motherfuckers like, okay, you don't see it. But my thing with Bud is I just don't his negotiation tactics and the reason why we got to this point, how we get to this point to where he's fighting David Avenija, December the 10th for the $10 million. We just can't put it, and people just throwing it all on Errol Spence and the PBC side, which is not true. You know what I'm saying? Bud has to be held accountable for that shit as well.
I'm glad you said that, Money, because that's what I've been telling people. I'm like, listen, it's not Errol Spence. It's not Errol Spence. I keep saying that. People keep saying, "Oh, you saying you putting on Errol?" Man, you motherfuckers can't get out your own way in boxing. I never said it was Errol Spence. Errol Spence can't make what I've been saying all this time. Errol Spence can't make them pay what. Okay. Let me say this, right? Y'all been getting hints 1,000 times and nobody's paying attention. Deontay Wilder said, "This is the business." He's trying to hint and telling you. When he was asked about Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, go back and look at Deontay Wilder's comment. When I interviewed, he said, I don't think it's gonna happen. He said, I don't think it's gonna happen, but that's the business. Right? Okay, what did Sean Porter tell you? We need to stop working off of percentages and give these fighters the money that they want. Sean Porter been dealing with them all this time. Sean Porter said it twice. He said it twice. He said, listen, we need to stop with this percentage talk and give the fighters what they want. But instead, what we keep saying is, nobody said it was Errol Spence. I'm not saying it's Errol Spence. I never pushed it off for Errol Spence. What I'm saying is this, right? When people talking about, Terence Crawford had this plan in place, if he had a plan in place, it wasn't with us. That's what I can tell you. It wasn't with us. Terence Crawford told us, and I'm giving y'all the honest truth. I ain't got no reason to lie. I ain't got time to make up stories. I got a wife and 9 kids that look for my time. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time to make up stories. Terence Crawford, from the moment we was even put in contact and thought that the fight might not happen, to give us an opportunity to show that what we could do. The moment we had any conversation, his immediate, hey, I'm trying to fight Errol Spence. Now y'all can make of it what you want. Hey, he ducking. He good. Hey, listen, what could I tell you? All I can tell you is what he told us. It wasn't like Terence Crawford came over here and we was willing to give Terence Crawford this money. And Terence Crawford was saying, hey, yeah, I'll let y'all know. I'll keep y'all posted. Then his lawyer came back and said, listen, we're going to accept these terms, so on and so forth. We appreciate y'all even, we flattered that y'all even extended, yada, yada, yada. And they disappeared. Ain't have no conversation with them for a week. Over. We focusing on a card November 12th in Kansas. Not even thinking about it. Not even thinking about it.
So where's
Go
the
ahead,
pay-per-view? What's the pay-per-view gonna be on?
On our platform, BLK Prime. So right, I'm glad you said that, right, Key?
Can we
All
expect
right, so
Brandon
now,
Norman to be a part of that event?
Yeah, and some other names. Y'all gonna be surprised. Some other names that we in conversation with. It ain't just Terence Crawford. So I mean, it's easy to put the bullseye on Terence Crawford, but it's other fighters that you be like, wait, I thought this fighter. Yeah, right. That's gonna tell you about the business part of it, right? Some of your favorite fighters that you be thinking, oh man, this and that. Yeah, okay, they in contact. So my thing is this, right? Is that if we right now we're unproven. You know what I'm saying? We're not proven. So if we do, like I said, any contact information, hey, can we make a fight with Virgil Ortiz Jr.? They like, who? Nah, we good. Virgil got plans. Okay, no problem. You know what I'm saying? any big company, they want to be in control because we are unproven.
Right, that's how it goes. Just like when the zone came into the business, they threw money around. So anytime something new come, y'all throw money around. Motherfuckers go come knocking. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
It's like, yeah, do you sustain? Could you sustain Triller? Right, the zone they a billionaire company, so of course they go beat her. But yeah, we know how the game goes. So of course y'all taking a leap of faith with Turnbull Crawford to put it out there. Now we got Turnbull Crawford on the network, even if it's a one fight deal to get the situation out there. My situation ain't with you or with your company. You feel me? That's cool. My shit is with Turnbull Crawford and you know how we got to this point.
And that's my thing, right,
that's
Money?
where a lot of people sit there and they problem really with Turnbull Crawford how we got to this point. It's just that they see blue when they see the company and that, you know what I mean? Mothers don't know how to differentiate the two.
Right. And my thing is this, right, Money? Hey, Money, if you're not going to fight in 2022 until 2023, we're not holding up anything. So it's just idiotic for people to say, oh, he's ducking. He's ducking who? Right now, they're not going to fight until 2023. Nothing stops.
But see, what I'm looking at, Blue, right?
Unless this nigga lose, God forbid.
But Blue, check this out, man. This is what I'm looking at, Blue. You fighting in December, right? December.
Right.
The date that was put out there for Errol Spence and him to fight was February. Now, he not turning around and fighting in no 2 months. We never seen him turn around and fight in 2 months.
Right. And I get that, right? Because
that pushes everything back further.
Right. And from our understanding,
which compromises Errol Spence.
It was February or March. Now I know Dan Raphael put out there February 4th. Right? But now think about this. When Dan Raphael said February 4th, we was trying to set up the contract to sign for them to sign yesterday. When Dan Raphael said, hey, yesterday, they're going to fight February 4th. Right? So what from my understanding was February or March. So which means it can't be February 4th.
So, Blue, so you okay, right? So they fight in March. That means that Errol Spence, he got to sit on the shelf a year, damn near. His last fight was in April.
That's what I just said.
As he should not. As he should not.
And then you got to think, anybody that he fights in between, it ain't going to be no easy fight to where he can turn right back around and fight Terence Crawford in March.
And what type of strain do that put on the negotiations?
That ain't no David Avenesian. Everybody knows that Terence Crawford don't have no chance of losing to David Avenesian. He going to beat the motherfucking rug off of David Avenesian's chest. Like, it ain't like that's, you know what I'm saying? But let me read this super chat. My man Robert Monroe Jr. says, can y'all let Coach speak, please? And thank you. And salute to my man Robert Monroe Jr. And then he also sent another super chat and he says, don't mess around and TBC lose this fight. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. Like, I mean, David Avenesian is not on that level. He's just not. I mean, he
gonna beat the draws off David.
He gonna beat like I said, he gonna beat the rug off his chest.
14 million.
My thing is with that fight happening next year and y'all styling out, you know what I mean, putting EJ in somewhat of a compromising situation. You understand? Because now he gotta wait, or either he gotta hurry up and squeeze him in the fight.
No.
Well, once again,
what he has to do is he has to make a decision. Do I stay at 147 and fight one of my mandatories and wait for him, not knowing if I can even make this fight with Terence Crawford, or should I just say fuck it and move up to 154? He gonna say fuck it and move to 154 because even if I wait around, it's not a guarantee that Bud is gonna fight me.
Right. And the thing is, when we just said y'all, no, it's not y'all, it's Turnbull Crawford, right? You can't blame, the situation with them going out there making a reach for Terence Crawford to make the situation happen. It's Turnbull Crawford. That's who I'm on. Turnbull Crawford. So he put Errol Spence in the situation to say, do I want to sit back and do this or not? Which I don't think he's going to do it. I don't think he's going to do it because, like I say, you can't sit there. Same thing I said about Devin Haney. If you can't make the weight and you feel like, you know what I'm saying, you're comfortable at that weight, then fuck that. Don't do it. Don't put yourself in a situation to where if you lose that fight, you go be kicking yourself in the ass because you knew you killed yourself to make that weight and you upped an advantage. You know what I mean? If Devin Haney can't do that shit with Lomachenko, take your ass to 140. Fuck what they talking about. If Errol Spence can't do it with Terence Crawford, take your ass to 54. Fuck what they talking about. We had plenty of fights where, oh, we thought we should have had this, and 30 years down the line, they'd be sitting their ass on the couch talking about, yeah, you know, I would have whooped your ass and I would have been doing this, and we move on. You feel me? That's just how it goes.
Blue, Miss Joette, she got a. She says, Blue, do you still think Spence will win the fight?
Yeah.
And then Omar Merriweather in the super chat coming through. Appreciate you. He says, AB just said PBC about to be fighting on Twitter, and Cats laughed him off like he a clown. Jokes on us. It seems something seemed fishy with the bread. Yeah, AB did say that shit. He said that, dang, you know what I'm saying? Hey, and AB, no. I don't know what it is, but a lot of shit ain't looking right over there on Showtime when it comes to boxing. But, you know,
if they couldn't guarantee him a payout the size of the one that he got.
What's up with Fox? Because I think Fox would have been much bigger for Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. They got more money, and it's just gonna do way bigger numbers on Fox.
I think Showtime got the money.
Deontay just fought on Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Showtime got. See, that's the thing where people get to reach and they get to saying, okay, because you see networks getting into a situation where people saying, okay, well, this company look like they finna take over. These motherfuckers got billions of dollars, bro. They have money. So I'm not gonna sit up here and say, oh, well, they don't have the money to pay them. They don't have the money to do this. It always come back to the business. At the same time, you're not gonna fuck yourself, right? Especially with everything that's going on. So you still have to be realistic with the numbers, right? You still have to be realistic with the numbers. And they're going to do a projective of what they think the fight is going to do, right? And that's what they're going to go by of what they see. With Canelo, you got projection of what he done and what the situation is. With Bud, we know his numbers ain't so well. With Errol Spence, they always hit a thing to where you break even and you can make some. So it ain't like it's out the ballpark at the same time. So they gonna come back with a projection of what they feel like the numbers gonna be, and with that, that's how they come out with their payout. So I understand the situation that's going on, right? It's just with how we get here with Terence Crawford. I just can't sit up here and accept what he's saying about like it's just, oh, they don't want to do business with me. They don't want to make the fight happen. When you came out your own mouth and you're saying your lawyers and saying, okay, you're going to accept this, to where you even came back to Blue and his company saying, you know what, we're going forward with this deal. You know what I'm saying? We're going forward. When you're going forward with something, bam, you slam that shit on the table, the gavel is slam, and you making it happen. There's always something, bro. There's always something. So, you know, we ain't gonna get every inside thing to where everybody gonna be 100% correct with what's going on, but we still gotta read in between the lines and see the bullshit where the bullshit at.
And I'm glad you said that too, Money. Because Money, we were surprised. Like, yo, this is really gonna happen?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this is really gonna happen right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, so when people like, oh, Blue knew this, or what are you talking about? I knew what? I don't got time to sit there. If I knew that, if I told y'all this, I knew this, right? And this didn't come from Terence Crawford's side at all. I knew that they wasn't gonna fight this year. And not only did I tell you that, and that did not come from Terence Crawford's side at all whatsoever. Not in the least bit. I knew they wasn't going to fight this year, as I've been telling y'all. And then Floyd Mayweather told y'all it wasn't going to happen this year. But I told you the target date was November 19th. And that's the date Terence Crawford was telling us, hey, we trying to fight November 19th. No problem. Right? So I told y'all they wasn't fighting this year. How long ago I've been telling y'all they're not fighting this year?
Well,
right? I mean, so I've been saying it.
I've been telling people they wouldn't fight this year. I had a date that I said a long time ago, and I said if they don't announce the fight by this date, the fight ain't gonna happen this year. I've been telling. I mean, so I knew the fight wasn't gonna happen this year, but I felt that the fight would happen early next year. You know, now that shit ain't gonna happen, and now, like I said, I feel that with this move, with Terence Crawford fighting in December, and Errol Spence, he got to make a move. He got to make a move, and I don't think this fight is going to happen at all. Do you think this fight is going to happen, Blue? You think this fight?
I believe it's going to happen. And maybe it's just a fan in me. You know what I'm saying? Whether I'm involved or not, I really don't. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see the best fight to back. I want to see Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. Like I tell everybody, this was just an opportunity that presented itself for us. You know what I'm saying? And we jumped at it. I want to see Errol Spence and Terence Crawford fight. Terence Crawford tells us, "Hey, listen, I'm focused on Errol Spence next." Yada yada yada. He wasn't. We didn't even have the slightest conversation about multi-fights and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just, hey, bro, could y'all give me a stay busy fight right now? Since this ain't happening right now. It's plain and simple. And I know people don't want to hear it. And it's easier for, me to make up this whole elaborate. Right? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
So it was simple as, hey man, this ain't gonna happen right now. It's short period of time. Could y'all make this fight happen? Could y'all get me active? Plain and simple. Hey, let's try to make it happen. He never talked to us about fighting. 10,000 fights and none of those. You know what I mean? So it was always, his focus was always Errol Spence. Now, I mean, people could believe it, or they could believe what they want, but that's always been his focus with us. It's like, listen, I'm trying to make this fight happen, yada yada yada. You know what I'm saying? And the reason that it came up that way, so maybe people could, get a better understanding, right? Our conversations, right, with them has been, hey, it don't look like this is happening, and his response is always, but I'm trying to make this happen. So he wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, I hear you having problems in your relationship. You trying to go on this date? Nah, I'm good. I'm trying to work it out, type of situation. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of situation it's been from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like, and to
yeah, but when we said that though, Luke, see that right there, that put Crawford in a position as if, you know what I'm saying, he's still in the right, and we just can't put his ass in the right like that. Because when we be like, oh, it's a situation going on.
No, I'm talking about as far as just with us. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
as far as people saying that, people saying that, right. It's not that. You know what I'm saying? Like people saying, oh, we knew, and he had this trick up his sleeve the whole. No, that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? No, it can't. It came out of left field. Hey man, it ain't happening. Let's make it happen.
Let me get to this super chat. My man Speak says, do you think PBC or EJ negotiations with Bud after him pulling this move? Do you think PBC or EJ negotiate with Bud after him pulling this move? I don't. I don't think that they want to do business with Bud Crawford after this. I've been on record for a long time saying that they didn't want to do no business with Bud Crawford in the first place. They never wanted to do business with him because of what, him and his team have said about Al Haymon. This is me saying this. What him and his team have said about Al Haymon, they never want to pay him and do no business with him in the first place. The only reason that we are talking about it is because EJ was demanding them to make the fight happen. This is the fight that he wanted. So he is their product. You know what I'm saying? They work for him essentially. So they got to try to at least make it look like that they're doing everything they can to satisfy him. So yeah, they didn't want to work with Bud. Why? Why would they want to work with Bud Crawford when he's had plenty of chances to sign with them and he's chose not to do business with them? When he's come out on several different occasions and talked bad about them and, showed them that he didn't want to sign no multi-fight deal with them. Nah, they ain't trying to do business with him. And now what this does, they already didn't want to do no business with him, but they was doing it on the strength of EJ. Now they have a big excuse. Look what he did. We ain't doing no bit. And this is my opinion. Now they got an excuse not to do business with him, and then now EJ, he can't. You know what I'm saying? What can he say? Y'all right.
That's
I feel
why
you
I
on that,
said
Keith,
you
but
gotta expect that type of strain on a relationship.
but I feel
Like
like
my
I
man
disagree.
Jay
You know
Cooley.
what I mean?
Hold on,
Because
now let me
you
get
got
to
to.
another super chat. My man Jay Cooley says Bud was talking all that shit. It's about money, duck. And then let me say, T Skills 113 says I don't think Bud is ducking, but I do think he's selfish. He's running the risk of EJ walking for good. Then it would be he says. He's running the risk of EJ walking for good. Then it would be a duck on Bud part. He chose the bag.
Well,
It's
let me say this.
my man T Skills.
I tell him all the time, bro. I don't give a fuck what no fighter say. It's always about the money, man. Come on now. Y'all be, oh man, he said, bro, it's always about the fucking money. It's always no fighter. Or I'll fight it. Well, if that's the case, get in there and fight for $3 million or $2 million. If that's the case, then you go see it would have been fighting. It's always gonna be about the money, bro. I don't care what fight. It don't matter what fighter it is, how confident they feel like they is, what position they're in to do this and do that. Man, it's always about the money. This is professional fighting, bro. This is prize fighting. Whenever you got professional in the front of your name, bro, you should be getting paid for what the fuck you doing. Now, when my brother Keith said that with the situation about PBC and Terence Crawford, he always held that stance, but I always disagree with that stance because it's a business. You can't never let the feelings get involved with the business. And you, right, like with Al Haymon, y'all are big businessmen. If it make business, it makes sense. I don't give a fuck what the situation is. We seen The Godfather. They killed each other, and motherfuckers say you got to put that shit aside for business. Always go be about the business, bro. So even with Errol Spence being, you know what I'm saying, your top shot right now, because I think he overtook Wilder still, me, myself. People can think I'm different. You still have a business to run. So Errol Spence, he's going to be here for now, but he's still going to go. So you can't pass up on making all that fucking money to keep your business running, you know what I'm saying, for the next motherfuckers that's coming from up under them, because that's a lot of fucking money still with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, even though people feel like, oh, well, it's not taking place. You know what I'm saying? There's still a lot of money that can get made on behalf. And, you know what I'm saying, and that money which pays what pays other fighters as well. Don't just pay Errol Spence, but it pays other fighters. That's why Golden Boy took a hit with Canelo. And you know what I'm saying? That's how Floyd say, okay, I'm in business with Al because he made $1 billion over that motherfucker, and it put them in a great position. Just like what Blue Nam trying to do with Terence Crawford. Get something over there to stamp some shit, to bring in some shit, to put motherfuckers in great position. So, you know what I'm saying? It's always going to be about the business, but I don't think, you know, PBC is looking at it from that standpoint. But you don't forget what a motherfucker said about you neither. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to make it like motherfuckers ain't humans neither. You know what I'm saying? You heard what motherfuckers say, and that side sued and things of that nature. But I think when it comes to just force the fighters and you go negotiate things of that nature, you always got to put the business before any motherfucking thing. And that's what was going on with this situation. I just feel like, you know, how I feel, you know, Terence Crawford was on some bullshit with PBC. That's how I feel about the situation.
What Jay Cooley said, it hurts y'all to say dude is a duck. I mean, I don't know when you came in. I've been
Yeah, you
saying he's a
tripping.
duck. I
I
don't
got
know
a
if you
whole
just
show
came.
where I called him a duck earlier.
I don't know who y'all is if you're talking to us on the panel, but you must have missed the whole first segment. That was the whole. We all called him a motherfucking duck. That's what he is. I mean, you know, I mean, because I understand that he's smart business, right?
Like I say, bro, if it's a duck,
Boy, I
it's a
got another
golden
video. I
duck,
got another
but it's
video
still
coming
a
right now, boy.
goddamn duck.
I'm on my fourth
He's
video.
smart business
It's
wise
a
because
golden duck. But
why
it's a
would you
duck.
turn down, right? Why would you
10
turn down
million.
$10 million? But on the other end, you was the one that was talking all of the shit about, money don't matter. It ain't about the money. I just want to prove I'm better. So you a motherfucking duck because you didn't, right? You went against what you said you was about.
Right.
You went against everything you said you was about. Period.
Key,
Plain
when I was turning
Look how
Canelo
fast.
ass up, you can go, Coach. Key, when I was turning Canelo ass up, what you tell me, money? If they gonna let him make that type of money to fight, what's that boy name? Key.
Who?
Remember, I'm like, boy, he made the money on before he fought Billy Joe. Goddamn. Yeah, you remember? Remember, you like, man, money. You got to think about it. They letting him fight this motherfucker for all this goddamn money. You go take it. You know what I'm saying? Terence Crawford finna turn his boy ass up, bro. He know it. He knew Errol Spence, like he said. Like, let's be real. Like he said, you can get it now. You gonna make that 20 plus, right? It'd probably be 15 to 20. but you go get your ass beat. And now you got to think about it. Now you got something else on the table. You know what I'm saying? And I love my brother Blue, right? Love Blue, great situation. But I don't think that deal just happened overnight, right? I think it was still put in his head somewhere where he got to come out and say, damn, do I want to do this? Or do I want to take this 10 million to whoop this boy ass over here? You know what I'm saying? And then I like what Coach said too. When Coach said, the motherfucker is hard to, it ain't easy to deal with him, bro. It's not easy to deal with him. So PBC, they was doing their thing and they over there wait, like Errol Spence say, we waited months. Now we can't just say, oh, they just sent the contract in 2 weeks for next year, but they was waiting months dealing with this man. Months. But he trying to turn the shit on Errol Spence and PBC and make it look like they didn't want to fight because something else was planted in his head, and he took that situation, bro.
So, Money, I got a question for you, bro.
But
Let
let
me
Coach
tell
go.
y'all
Let Coach
something,
go.
bro.
Yeah, go ahead, Coach.
Look
Coach.
look how fast this fight got made. This shit, cause this is a motherfucker he know he gonna beat. He know he gonna beat this fucking guy.
Beat the
I'm
brakes
gonna
off
be
his
honest with you. He know that shit. So that's why this fucking fight is so easy to make. How fast it got made. True, they might be overpaying, but you can't fucking tell me that the PBC wasn't offering front end money that probably was more than 10 million for this fucking fight. You
or
I
understand?
close
don't
to
think
I
it.
they
know what
was.
Blue said, what people saying this and that. That is bullshit. That motherfucker don't. He unsure about himself, and he trying to get the most bang for his buck because he's fucking not secure in his fucking in his endeavor against Errol Spence. He know that shit. But look how fast that motherfucker made a fight to get 10 million against Avanesia and a motherfucker he know he gonna whip. You understand? And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, bro. Because of this fight happened, I'm pulling for Avanesia. I hope Avanesia knock his fucking ass out. I really do, bro. I'm dead
You know
serious
that shit.
too.
You know that shit ain't gonna happen,
I'm
Coach.
dead fucking serious, bro.
That shit
Because
ain't happening.
motherfucker, we've been waiting for fucking months and months. We've been talking about this shit for 2 fucking years. And then you pull a fucking stunt like that because you don't want to agree to shit. Talk about you agreed to everything like Money said earlier. But then when the shit fucking hit the fan and the shit about to get on the fucking road, your motherfucking bitch ass going fucking, oh well, y'all need to open the books and all of this stupid shit, bro. Nigga, you
Well,
know
if
what
you
you're gonna
wanted
get
a
in the fucking
tune-up
fight. I'm
fight,
sure it's known what the fuck you're gonna get on the back end. You getting whatever percentage you getting
they could
of
have
the
gave it.
fucking pay-per-views. In a smart fucking business, you talk about it's about the money. Yeah, it's about the money, but think about this. He know what the fuck Errol Spence numbers do. He know what his fucking numbers do. And combine you two motherfuckers, because y'all got the same fan base, pretty much. You know that this shit gonna do fucking millions of dollars on the back end. So stop that bullshit. This is all bullshit. Terence Crawford is a fucking quack. I don't give a fuck who don't fucking like it. He a fucking quack. That and the motherfucker walk, talk, and quack like a fucking duck. That's what he is. This is some bullshit, and we know it. And if Errol Spence walk away from this fight, none of us on this fucking panel and in the chat can blame him. We can't blame Errol Spence.
Right.
We have no fucking we can't say Earl a duck, and I could care less what Buck Crawford fans say. Because we saw what the fuck it went on
Hey,
already.
Meme
Now,
Machine
good
say
luck to
turns
Blue.
ducking. Meme Machine say turns
Good
ducking. Meme Machine.
right. Good luck to Blue on his business endeavors. Because if I was him, I'd have did the same fucking shit too. I'm gonna be straight up about it.
Yeah, I
Right?
mean, when
If a
it's a
motherfucker
business,
gonna present
nobody is
himself,
knocking that.
now
Yeah.
my only thing is this is that's a risk y'all taking though. That's a risk they taking, bro.
Hey, that ain't
I'm
our
gonna be
problem, though,
honest with
Coach.
y'all.
Hey, that ain't our problem, Coach. That's their money.
And they
Right.
already, that's
I
why I
understand that,
asked the
but it's a risk
question I
that they
asked,
take.
Coach, because I wanted to know if y'all expected some type of
Keon talking about you get 10 to 15 to get your motherfucking eyeball taken.
return on the profit. Shit, that's over 300,000 pay-per-view
Let
buys
me
to
say
make
this
some
though.
money back.
Like, check this
He
out.
ain't
Right? It's
doing that.
tough.
Check this
Especially
out, right?
now because you done lost, like I said, he has Spence fan base. He got fucking because they both share a fan base, bro. And
Oh,
behind this bullshit, that shit might not do good, bro, on pay-per-view. I'm gonna be honest
Let me
with you,
say
bro.
this. Let me say this real quick, right? Because this is where the discrepancy takes place. When you say that he agreed to everything, right? You know what I'm saying? He said, "Oh, you know, I agreed to everything. Everything they wanted, I agreed to, right?" And then you come back and say, "Well, I need to know if I'm getting 35%, 35% of what? 35% of what?" Well, they told you that in the first place. If you agreed to it, you already agreed to it. So I don't understand, like that right there. That's the discrepancy. It's not making no sense. I agreed to everything. Well, if you agreed to everything, everything would have been a part of that 35% of you not knowing what you get 35% of what it's going to be, right? But you already agreed. So it doesn't make sense if you're saying you already agreed to it.
Right.
Because that's
Yep.
one of the
Bottom line,
main things that's in the contract that you're saying that you already agreed to.
Right. And then
Yeah,
Blue said the
man, that's
lawyers,
bad
then Blue
business.
said the lawyers came to
he
him
not
saying
betting on
we
himself.
moving forward.
He's not
So
betting
that
on himself because he's
yeah,
taking fucking guarantee. He want that fucking guarantee money like he
upfront
had
money,
at
coach.
ESPN.
Upfront money. And then coach, think about
That's
this,
what it
like
is.
when the lawyers say, okay, we're going
He
forward
don't
with
have
this,
no
we want to make
confidence
this
in
happen, right?
himself, bro.
Hold on, coach. Let me get this. When the lawyers say things like we going forward with this and we're going to take this deal, that means that's it, bro. The gavel is slammed. That means we done told him everything. We done went over everything, and now you know what I'm saying. We where we at. We accept it. This is what we want. So that means you agree to what you want, right? So when he say 35%, that's why I say when it comes to PBC, we all know how PBC do business, and I don't want to play this shit like it's brand new. We know what you get up front, then we know you get the back end of the percentage or whatever come in. So when you be like, oh, 35% of what? 35% of everything that come in for the goddamn fight. Like, we understand what this shit is, bro. Like, everybody's been saying PBC doing business, and we ain't got no complaints from nobody from this damn PBC when it
Right.
come to big ass fights, bro. Nobody
They
ain't come
pay
out
their
here
fighters
talking about
too
they got
much.
fucked over, bro. Nobody
Hey,
take
bro,
right.
I'm gonna be
They
honest,
got
bro.
fucked over, bro.
He got a fucking ghetto mind, dog. He got a fucking ghetto mind. That's what the fuck he got. He got a ghetto mind. I want all my money right now. I want all my money right. That's what it is, bro. I'm telling you.
And if that's
And he
your
don't
business,
have
I don't
confidence
blame
in
you.
his fucking
Yeah,
self.
like I'm not mad at you if that's how you get down. That's your business. But my thing, coach, say that from the jump. Like you done kept a man outside the ring where that man know he
Right,
wanted to fight in
right.
November. Say that shit from the jump. This what I want. No way, y'all give me this up front and fuck the back end. You know, but you know that back end coming in. You know somewhere down the line, like damn, that shit gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you sitting up here, you perpetrating like you want to do this
Right.
shit, but you sitting up here, you steady pump faking with these people. And even like when Blue kept bringing up, okay, for next year. Okay, how we get to her for next year? Because now Errol Spence is waiting. It ain't like you the only one waiting for next year. Now Errol Spence waiting for next year as well. This man to put his plans on hold, and now he still got to hold that fucking weight all the way to next year. So it's not like you the only one that's going through something, bro. We keep
Because
talking
he
about terms, but
invested in being great.
yeah, but we just talking about terms. But Crawford, like, okay, he's the only one we focusing on. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, it's two motherfuckers in this situation, bro. It ain't about what you just want. So okay, if
He ain't
trust and
willing to
believe.
bet on himself, bro.
Yeah, trust and believe. If you took a hit, we know if this like if realistically, if you took a hit, Errol Spence took a hit. Let's just be for real. You know what I'm saying? But we don't hear Errol Spence talking about this shit because he's negotiating behind closed doors because he want to get this shit done because he ready to get the fight on so he can get the fuck on, bro. When you up here on this bullshit, and even though he's saying Terence Crawford got somebody
He
else speak
should have
for him,
stayed with the fucking
Bo
Bob
Mac,
father.
yeah,
That's what the
Bo
fuck
Mac
he
got
should have
something.
did.
Yeah, Bo Mac got some say
Bob.
so, bro.
Well, I just don't know the difference, like you say, coach. I don't know the difference in that and now. You know what I mean? But you staying and taking another contract with Bob, ain't no difference in that and what we seeing now. Because at the end of the day, you still ain't about to fight. Y'all still ain't even about to try and you ain't looking at trying to fight that fight till next year. And at that point, I'm sorry, all the fans lost interest. And any casual fans that you thought you was gonna bring into that fight won't have no interest in that fight. So
Hey,
you understand?
Bob knew what he was dealing with, bro. Bob Arum knew what the fuck he was dealing with, bro. And we criticized Bob Arum and we was wrong as two left fucking feet. You
Shit,
understand?
I never
Bob
criticized Bob.
Arum knew what the fuck he was dealing with, some ghetto ass nigga bullshit. That's what the fuck he knew. So he give that nigga front end money, and that's it. You don't get none of the back end of none of that shit.
Wasn't no
You
back end to
understand?
get.
So,
Right,
Right.
right.
so
Wasn't no
So,
back end for him to
but
get.
Bob knew how to deal with that bullshit, bro. And now you dealing with some sophisticated
That
people
I ain't
with
gonna
Equal
lie.
Showtime
but
and
that
I
nigga
fucking
can't
also
be
and
gotta
saying
I'm
hold
gonna
Allen
keep
some
it
Iverson.
real. Terence
accountability
You
Crawford,
though.
a
expect
hell
that?
of a businessman. Hey, he
Yeah,
a hell of a businessman because he gonna man.
He's striking
Hey, he gonna
motherfucker.
get his, and everybody else is gonna come in the red. He
fact.
gonna get his. Everybody else gonna come in the red, but he gonna get his and be gone.
Hey,
I
Buzz, it
tell
ain't
you
got.
that.
Hey, Buzz, it ain't got shit to do with me. That's on y'all.
They got shit to do with me that y'all $9 million in the red. I'm gone. I got mine.
And one fight deal too. God damn, they ain't even trying to put shit on the back end for that nigga to help him out. That nigga Buzz said, "You gonna give me 10 million? 10 million for who? David Evanese. David.
Go ahead and yeah.
Oh.
Let's get it
Not
signed up.
Key, not David Benavidez. He said David Evanese.
Yeah, let's go ahead and sign me up for that.
No, that's why I signed that motherfucker so fast. It's all done in one day. I'd have signed that motherfucker in one day too. 10 million.
And that nigga pulling the Tank Davis. He got it. He
All
pulling the Tank Davis.
Leave Tank
That's
alone,
crazy,
I'll keep
man.
bringing up Tank in all these situations, man.
He pulling
Let
the
Tank
Tank. Oh
Let Tank
shit.
be.
yeah. Fucking Ebenezer is like Tank against Rolly.
He pulling the Tank, bro. This nigga.
Yeah.
He gonna be known,
I'ma say it like
known
this.
as that, y'all. He gonna be known as the Golden Duck.
He gonna retire with a lot of money, but you know what I'm saying? His resume gonna look trash as hell. But
But
hey,
ain't gonna give a fuck. Shit. At the end of the day, it's all about that bank account. Like I say, I ain't gonna never knock a nigga for getting $8, right?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
You ain't gonna get paid off that resume for 10, 20 years from now.
What Floyd say? My kids can't eat no bills.
My kids can't get paid off my resume 20 years from now.
Right.
Fuck you running out of Hall of Fame banquets eating and shit.
Who gives a fuck about you 20 years from now, Key? Will Terence Crawford beat what's the little boy name coming up? Abdullah Mason. What y'all think about Terence Crawford versus Abdullah Mason?
Hey, Michael Dempsey, Bud and Boo Boo Andrade are the same businessmen for sure.
Negative.
Hey, they came out of the same professional class. They came out the same year.
Yeah, but Boo ain't getting that Bud money. Boo
ain't getting that Bud money.
Yeah.
That's a motherfucker who paid attention in class and a person who was sleeping in class.
I think I got a super sticker. My man McDowell with that super sticker, man. I appreciate you coming through. Yeah, man. But
I got about 3 more videos to turn Bud ass.
Hey,
up on.
I'm sitting down with TD Jewelers right now, man. I'm with my little cousin. And he fussing with a nigga on Instagram right now
about this fight.
Yeah. And this nigga say, no, sir. He's been trying to make the fight since June and took less money with no guarantees. They still played with him after he told them he wanted what? After he wants to fight this year. Once they push it until the first quarter of next year. No, this is somebody my little cousin arguing with on Instagram right now. Okay. Them niggas going back and forth. Right? It's crazy, bro. Bro, this shit is bro, you can't justify that bullshit to me.
You can't justify that at all, bro. And that's what's crazy, Coach.
I want to wrap it up by saying, Bud is a duck. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? He didn't stick to his words that he said when he said it wasn't about money. He'll fight Errol Spence for anything. He just wanted to show that he better. He didn't stick to those words. So, you know what I'm saying? The nigga's a duck. It is what it is. We see what he about. He about, you know what I'm saying? He about taking the easy route, right? Y'all was always talking about Errol. Oh, man, Errol Spence said it. No, this is the easy route. And this is exactly what he getting a lot of money to do it. But he about taking the easy route. Y'all got any last words before we get up out of here? My man Box Talk says, hold on, my man Box Talk says, now that Spence is left without a fight, he has no excuse. He needs to stop ducking Rolly. Oh, shit. Oh, man, that man a kill Rolly. T Skills 113 says, Buzz stock dropped, my opinion. He says, I don't know a person who will buy his next fight. Man,
shit, he got 10 million. He don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck. He got his bread already. He gone. You know what I'm saying? He out the back door with it. You know what I'm saying? They said Floyd, you know what I'm saying? They said Floyd put the ski mask on and robbed, man. Hey, this up there with Floyd, but you can't surpass Floyd because Floyd got 100 million plus for his robbery.
Hell yeah.
Man, 10 million for like 3 rounds worth of work.
Dundada said everything Blue said went out one ear through the other. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? What is you talking about, Dundada? But yeah, man. Y'all got any last words?
Sad day to be a Bud fan, man. I'm disappointed, bro.
Shit, come on to the, you know what I'm saying? Come on to the shag side.
Oh my
Come on,
gosh,
We don't want
man.
over to the shag side.
Oh my
We don't want
gosh,
you. I'm the type
man.
of nigga that close the door in your face. No, we
Oh
don't want
my
you.
gosh, man. I'm from
Take your ass
Ohio.
back.
I ain't never
Take your
coming
ass. Hey,
down there,
Key,
money.
take your ass back that way.
Know that.
Hey,
God damn it.
I
I
wouldn't
never.
care.
Hey, if I
You
get
ain't
found
welcome.
dead there, god damn it. No, they killed me
Don't worry.
somewhere else.
You ain't
ain't gonna
welcome.
dare
Motherfucking
find me
Box Talk says, I'm not surprised,
on that side.
motherfuckers. Hey,
Look around.
that boy, motherfucking Nate Diaz said, yeah, man. But you got any last words, Coach? Coach, you doing the show tonight? You got any last words?
What you say?
I said, you doing the show tonight? You got any last
I didn't hear
words?
you.
I
Hold
said,
on.
you. Ah,
Hold on, the phone breaking up a little bit.
Yeah, he a duck. He a
uh,
golden duck. Shit, we
OTB,
diamond
let
feathers
everybody know what
on
you
him.
got going on.
Man, we working, man. Shout out to Bread, man. He
Bro,
reached out. He gonna be stepping up. He will be tapping in with us after the Caleb plant win. Let us know what he got cooking, where the vacation gonna be at. Shout outs to Slick Rick, Ricardo Williams.
Not
He
a,
about to be checking in. And
this
we
shit
got
ain't
Zerto
true, bro.
Ramirez and Dimitri Bivol film dropping. We done cracked the code, so we good on the approvals. All these next film watches that come up. And then once we hit 1,000, we gonna be redropping all of the film watches that copyright that might have got copyright struck. So we definitely working at OTB Boxing School. Appreciate all my brothers. All got a key to the school, man. So I appreciate you, bro. Hell of a show today, man. Appreciate being a part of it.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate you coming through. Everybody, make sure that y'all go subscribe to OTB Boxing School. He didn't change the name so much. You got to let him know.
Yeah, it's OTB Boxing School, man. We was boxing class 1-on-1, but
Yeah.
man, shout outs to Box Talk 1-on-1, man. Once they took his 50,000, man, I say, man, you the 1-on-1 in boxing now, bro. Like
Yes,
you got
sir.
the 1-on-1. Plus our numbers getting up there, man. We having a little bit of success. So we about to move into a school from that little class behind the school. You know what I mean? We getting us a school now. So
Yeah,
everybody tune in to the
yes,
grand
sir.
opening, man.
OTB
Appreciate
Boxing, you know what I'm saying? He was teaching the class. Now he got the whole school. Salute. And y'all make sure that y'all go sub to OTB Boxing School. And then my man Money, man, let him know what you got going on tonight. I know you finna be cooking up.
man, y'all know I'm roasting Terence Bud Crawford ass for I don't know for how long. I'm just roasting Terence Bud Crawford. So if y'all want to come over there and talk shit about Bud, you're welcome. Everybody that's mad at Bud Crawford, be at Money Brown TV. We roasting his ass. Roasting session for Bud.
Oh shit. Man, yeah. Make sure that y'all go sub to Money Brown TV if y'all already sub to him, you know. And y'all already know how I do, man. Hit my like button if you in the building and y'all haven't hit the like button yet. Make sure that y'all hit the like button. I appreciate everybody that came through, everybody that supported the channel in the super chat. Much love to all of y'all. Much appreciated. And we will be back. You know, we will be back. And y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again, and we gone.